Get in on the action this season with Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em game. Select higher or lower between 2 and 8 players and compete for up to 325 times your entry. Use code DIRECTOR when signing up to receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick.
Picture, if you will, the mightiest of storms. A clash of elements that gives birth to chaos. That is the essence of who we are. We are not idle bystanders. We are the storm itself. Fierce and unyielding, raging against any threat that seeks to dominate us.
I am the storm. When the sky goes dark, that's when I am.
We have something special prepared for today, man. I'm going to roll that real quick. You guys ready?
The Chargers land Jim Harbaugh.
Harbaugh now heads to Los Angeles Chargers.
If Jim Harbaugh is hired as your coach, you will win a bunch of games.
Yes! Tunnel vision, we locked in. On a mission, running my 10. One goal, one grind. One squad coming for the win. On the rise and we unified. All lives locked on the prize. From the streets to the wood grain. Energized, about to come alive. One grind, one goal, one squad. Clear the way, we break it through. Only one way to move. We gon' push it through the limit. We gon' push forward. Whole squad came to get it. We gon' push forward. Yeah, we grinding, we focus, we push forward. Yeah, we locked in, we loaded, we push forward. Whole squad came to get it. We gon' push forward. Yeah, we grinding, we focus, we push forward. Yeah, we locked in, we loaded, we push forward. Going, going, going forward. Going, going, going forward. Yeah, we grinding, we focus, we push forward. Yeah, we locked in, we loaded, we push forward.
We are moving on to the playoffs. Who's got it better than us? Nobody!
Action.
Who's got it better than us?
Into the end zone, Charger fans are witnesses to history!
There we go, Bowl fam. What's going on, everybody? It's the Director! Playoffs weekend. Let's go! The Bolts, baby, taking on the Houston Texans. Oh, we waited, man. We waited a long time, Chargers fans, for the light of a new era, of a new day. And Jim Harbaugh, we pray it's time for LA to win today. Let's go, Los Angeles Chargers, baby. It's bolt up season, playoff season, and a win for the Lightning Bolt season, baby. Let's friggin' go! Let's see some lightning bolts in the chat, man. Hey, really quickly, was it Lloyd? I didn't quite. It was King D Lloyd who gifted a bunch of memberships at the top of the stream. Thank you so much, my man. If you're one of the lucky recipients, make sure to give him a pat on the back, a thank you, and how do you do for the gifted membership on the stream. Thank you so much, King D Lloyd, for kicking the stream off right. Let's hit that like button and get ready to bolt up as the Chargers are preparing to kick off versus the Houston Texans in your AFC Wild Card matchup. They are doing the Pledge of Allegiance right now, okay? The national anthem, national anthem. As we prepare for this, you guys please give me your score predictions in the comment section, in the chat below. I will save mine for a moment from now as to not spoil it, but man, it's going to be great, man. I'm so excited. I'm so blessed and so honored to be here with you guys, to be, among so many Chargers fans here on YouTube. I'm blessed as a Chargers fan to see my team make it all the way to the postseason. Just at this point, man, and I don't know if I've ever felt this way about the Chargers, at least as honestly as I do now. I am just so proud of them for making it this far. What happens today, and so be it. But man, I'm very excited for the future. I have all the faith in the world that they can win this game, and that the tomorrows of Chargers fans in the Jim Harbaugh era are going to be much brighter than they have been the past couple decades, man. It's going to be a good one. Let's see some of these score predictions in the chat, man. Loud with the 31-10 Chargers. Love it. Hey, Dylan Sellers, welcome to the crew. Thank you so much, man. Victor with the 28-10 score. We got Chris with the 35-28 Texans. Ooh, tough times. 27-20 Chargers for Solman 4. We got one coming in from Oregon Stacker, 34-24 Chargers. Let's go. I'm going to tell you guys right now, my score prediction for this game remains the same as it was in my prediction video just a few days ago. I got the Chargers winning this matchup 26 to Texans 16. The Bolts advance to the next round of the playoffs and take on, I think at that point, it'd more than likely be the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And I've been saying this, dude. Very eager to get my hands on the Chiefs one more time. I think we can take them, dude. I think we can take them. Got to handle business today. Hopefully the Chargers can advance from here. But if anything, it should be a very good game. Chargers have been clicking and pretty much firing on all cylinders, right? We feel like the offense has finally arrived after a very slow start and giddy up at the top of the season. The defense is seeing its shades of the earlier part of the year where they were the number one scoring defense in football. They remained that throughout the course of the season, and now they're looking just as lethal as the day they started under Jesse Minter. Meanwhile, the Texans may be on, like I say, the downward swing, struggling a little bit to find their footing, needing to get the offense back going, but hey, you're talking about guys like C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins, and Joe Mixon who could all pop off at any given moment. So this team must be respected as a playoff caliber football team, one that could steal a win today and one that the Chargers hope to overcome in this AFC Wild Card matchup. Burrell Bikes coming back in with the $2 holla. Game on mute. Director on high volume. Bolt up, baby! Let's go, dude. Thank you so much. Jonathan Rabbit with the $20 holla. Rebuild. Bolt up for the greatest Super Bowl run ever. Dude, I think we can finally say we're in that era now, aren't we? We can finally truthfully say that the Chargers are in that Super Bowl window for the next, 4 or 5 seasons, however long Jim Harbaugh decides to stick around. $20 holla for Jonathan Rabbit. Thank you so much, my friend. Bolt up and welcome to the postseason. Dawson Stallings with the 27 months. Let's go. Bolt up. Nervous, but nobody's got it better than us. Nobody. Before we get into it, baby, I got one question for the chat. Who's got it better than us? Nobody. And today I got to tell you, dudes, no one's got it better than the viewers on YouTube, as we do have our special guest returning for the AFC Wild Card round. It's Mrs. Director coming back to the house as we get ready to kick off. The Chargers will start on offense in this game. The Houston Texans getting ready to kick this thing away. Let's go, baby. Everybody say hi to Mrs. Director in the chat. We got the microphone set up for her and everything. Hopefully everything works out. We kind of had to put this together on the fly.
All right, guys, what's up? And it's kickoff.
Here come the Chargers. It's going to be DD on the return. He gets a nice little window, brings it back outside, or should say just inside the 30-yard line. And the Chargers trout onto the field. Their offense featuring Justin Herbert, Ladidi McConkey, and J.K. Dobbins. Let's go. Mrs. Director caught me yesterday when we were talking about all the players. She's like, what's his name? Is it really Ladarius? I was like, no, it's Ladidi. No, it's Lad.
That was so funny. Watching it, I was like, wait, what? Is that what that's short for?
Thanks, Keegan Michael Key. 1st and 10 Chargers offense. It's Justin Herbert. And in the backfield, J.K. Dobbins in motion. It's Lad McConkey. And it's going to start with a run, a pickup of 3 yards. It's J.K. Dobbins. Bit of a ray of sun piercing the middle of the field. It's white hot on the screen right now as the Chargers have a 2nd and 8 in front of them. The offense would love to see them get going early, because I would love to see the Chargers keep this game in front of them. Keep the score in front of them. Limit the carries for Joe Mixon and force C.J. Stroud to play Superman. We got a good chance of forcing an interception or two this game. 2nd and 8, another carry. Oh, some nice moves by J.K. Dobbins, and Dobbins carries it for a 1st down. Chargers. It's the Hob Dobbins. Back at it again, dude. J.K. Dobbins, such a big part of this offense. When he was removed due to injury, me and Mrs. Director at the game that he got injured, it felt like the offense just was not the same. And now that he's back, things are firing. The offense is clicking, and the ball is moving. 1st and 10 Chargers offense. It's Justin Herbert. Tight formation once again. You got Quentin Johnston at the bottom of the screen. Here comes Justin Herbert. It's a play action. Justin looking, fires, middle of the field. It's Ladidi. It's Ladd McConkey. Picking up close to first down yardage. It's probably going to be marked just short. Hope to see a first down there, baby. Ladd McConkey, one of my favorite players in last season's draft. Now that I got Mrs. Director here, can we please get some confirmation of that? It's not just smoke.
Which part? That you were really high on him?
I was overly obsessive with the thought of Ladd McConkey to the Chargers.
He wanted to, yeah, very obsessed, and it was worth it because look at what we got now.
1st and 10 Chargers. It's Justin Herbert looking to pass, slings it over the middle. It looks like the tight end, Will Dissly. He's going to pick up a nice chunk of yards. It's going to be a pickup of 7. Chargers now driving in Houston territory at the 46-yard line. Let's go, dude. Chargers offense clicking. Tight ends getting involved early. Let's keep J.K. Dobbins and that train going as well. I'm going to be honest, guys. So hard to even see the numbers on the players right now with the white hot sun piercing the middle of the field. They're moving into the shadowy parts, please. The shadowy parts being the Houston Texans red zone. 2nd and 3. It's a carry. It's J.K. Dobbins who forces his way up for extra yardage. It's going to be a pickup of what? That had to have been like 10 yards, baby. First down, Chargers. And we are driving into Houston Texans territory. Let's go, baby. This stream doesn't exist without energy drinks, just so everybody knows. Here comes 1st and 10. Justin Herbert. He's looking, has to take off on the run. Herbert's going to toss it on the run and bringing it in on the run. It's going to be Fisk, the tight end, number 42. The Chargers now driving deep into Texans territory. Number 0 of the Texans injured on the play. Herbert, who looked like he was going to take off with it, throws a beautiful ball on the run in front of leading number 42, Fisk, who brings in a first down. Ooh, we got a groin injury. That's definitely not the one the guys want to see on the stream today. Aziz Al-Shire, the one down with injury right now. 0's in the chat for our guy, man. Hey, man, whether you're a Chargers fan, Texans fan, nobody likes groin injuries, man. Nobody likes it. Oh, they're saying we got an echo in the chat, in the stream. Thank you guys for heads up. Thank you. I love how the chat echo.
Did we fix it?
It is fixed. Yes, you'll see over here, Mrs. Director, when we hit this button, it says guest microphone. That means it's hot.
I must have double clicked.
And then we're gonna click it again. That means it is cold. It is off. We're good to go now. Yeah, sorry, we put this whole thing together last second to make sure Mrs. Director had quality audio in our broadcast. Yeah, no, we're good. Chargers are going to have the football now at the Houston Texans 23-yard line. Shortly when we return from commercial break, they're taking a look at number 0 of the Houston Texans. Real quickly here, man. Also, we couldn't hear Mrs. Director a minute ago. Yes. So her microphone is on a trigger. So it turns on when she wants to talk and it turns off when she's not talking, just to make sure we don't have that echo that we heard just a second ago.
Unfortunately, I don't always know which click I'm on. So now I have a point of reference, so that will not be a problem in the future.
You guys want to know where me and Mrs. Director met? We met at a film studio. Well, we didn't really meet there, but we got to know each other at a film studio where we worked together for a long time. It kind of feels crazy being in the booth once again. Of course, we weren't the talent. We were behind the camera for the most part. But here we are again. Me and Mrs. Director back on production.
Yeah,
here we
what's
go.
super embarrassing is my dad has a recording studio, so I should be able to mix and do all this stuff, and it should be super easy for me. But unfortunately, I went towards film. and not towards mixing. So I'm not great with a switchboard.
Hey, dude, King D. Lloyd brings it back with another 5 gifted memberships. Hey, dude, I don't know how many you dropped beforehand, but thank you so much for supporting the channel. King D. Lloyd, 5 gifted memberships. We got Uncanny, we got Sean Gaffney, we got Nate B. and Sean Witham and Marcos Ortiz. Hey, if you're one of those names I just read off, congratulations, you're a new member of the channel. Give King D. Lloyd a huge thank you in the chat for his donation. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. Here we go. Chargers returning from commercial break as they're hoping to drive for a touchdown, finishing this thing off with some points and a lead here early in the first quarter. Guys, we are just 3-4 minutes into the first quarter, and the Chargers are looking awesome on offense to start this thing off. Al Shire is going to be the one that, oh, dude, I got to tell you, he took a cleat where you don't want to see it, where the sun don't shine right in the middle of the field. Here comes 1st and 10, Justin Herbert looking, fires deep over the middle. It's too far. Looking for Ladd. Luckily, overthrown just enough where number 21, Bullock, was out of reach of it as well. It'll be a 2nd and 10 coming up for the Chargers. 2nd and 10. We're going to test one thing out here real quick, too, while we are live. Here comes 2nd and 10. Chargers hoping to get first points of the game. Can the Chargers first convert here? 2nd and 10. Looks like a run. It's a play action. Justin Herbert. He's going to toss underneath. It's a Will Dissly tight end screen. He takes it all the way, almost for a first down. I think they're going to be just short. It's a 3rd and 1 coming up for the Chargers offense. That is definitely behind. Okay, we're going to stick to this broadcast. 3rd and 1. Marvin James says, bolt the heck up, baby. $5 holla. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the love in the chat. Chargers looking to convert a 3rd and 1. Can they do it? Will we see newly signed Ezekiel Elliott at any point in today's game? Gus Edwards as well. 3rd and 1. It's a handoff. It's J.K. Dobbins, and he is swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 4th and 3, and likely, a Cameron Dicker field goal opportunity coming up. Not a lot of space. The Houston Texans were ready for that one. Of course, knowing that Chargers and Jim Harbaugh want to run the football. They ran a good look against the Chargers. Obvious run play. It's going to be a 4th down and a Cameron Dicker field goal attempt coming up soon. Chat wants to see Justin Herbert give it a run. I think they're going to see that.
Yep.
I think you're going to see that at some point in the stream. Here comes the Cameron Dicker field goal opportunity. A 35-yarder up and good. Chargers take the lead 3-0 early in this matchup. Hey, we'll take the points. Would love to see a touchdown. But if anything, good to see the rhythm of the offense already here early in the first quarter. Chargers settle for 3.
Yeah, they actually look really good. They look really in sync.
They look really in sync.
Yeah, that's exciting. It's absolutely terrifying when they come out and they're just trying to build the momentum, and it felt like they came out with the momentum just right out the gate, and it feels good. The game feels really good so far. I mean, a score is a score, right?
We'll take points when we can get them. We'll take a lead when we can get them. And 3 points may go the distance in terms of a win. Obviously, I want to see this team get in front early, though, because the biggest thing that you've noticed about this Houston Texans team the last couple of weeks, I should say even the last month, has been the struggle on offense and the mistakes by C.J. Stroud. The Chargers are going to give them a run for their money in terms of pass rush. If we can force an interception or two, and the Chargers got this one in the bag. And honestly, in terms of turnover ratio, we got a lot of opportunity here today. So let's see what we... Is Joe Mixon one of those guys that doesn't fumble a whole lot, though? I think I do remember that. We're going to have to see if we can find turnovers elsewhere. I think so. Yeah, I think so. But either way, C.J. Stroud definitely not prone to a clean pocket every single down, and the Chargers got all the tools to make that extra infuriating for him. Real quick, while we're in commercial break, going to show you guys the Underdog lineup. This is what we're working with here today, man. Hopefully you guys got in on the action Before things kicked off here, we're looking for yards from J.K. Dobbins. We're looking for Justin Herbert, 2 touchdowns, and lower than 7.5 receptions for Nico Collins. On this one, we're looking for Gus Edwards, C.J. Stroud, and C.J. Stroud and Ladd McConkey. So I'm betting pretty big on C.J. Stroud having some issues today, lower than 22.5 completions, higher than half an interception. That's kind of what we're looking at today. And newcomers, if you jumped in, we had a Justin Herbert special that was thrown down by Underdog. Very cool of them this week. Shout out to the sponsor, Underdog. Once again, if you guys want in on the action, it's not too late. There's actually in-game entries that you can do now on Underdog. Use code DIRECTOR to receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Bolt Bros! Hey! What's up, Kyle and friends? Good to see everybody in here, man. Thank you guys so much. Are we bolting up out there, man? I've been getting texts from everybody today. We got the Bolt Bros in here, baby. I got a text from Dan this morning. He was like, dude, I'm freaking out. I'm like, dude, we're going to be fine. We're good. Let's breathe. Let's all breathe. The Chargers, we got this, man. We got this. Thank you guys so much, Bolt Bros. Good to see you guys in the chat, baby. Mrs. Director in the house today, too.
What's up? All right, guys, what do we want to see right out of the gate from defense?
Oh, dude, I think I'm looking for a Derwin James play. Derwin, AFC, Pro Bowler now, dude, has one of the best seasons in his very, very impressive career. I want to see an interception. I want to see him off the edge. He's been a disruptor off the edge all season long, and I think he can do it quite often in today's game, where C.J. Stroud has been sweating pressure all season long. You guys want to see a Tareeb Steele interception? Y'all want to see a sack fumble, strip sack fumble? Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack? Love to see it. Let's see what the Chargers got in the playbook.
I am here for the sacks. Stroud's going to get sacked. I just am excited to see who's going to do it.
I'm looking at you, Joey Bosa. 1st and 10, Houston Texans. And the Chargers defense will get their first opportunity to make a play out here. The Texans starting at the 30-yard line. Tight formation for C.J. Stroud. It's 1st and 10. C.J. passes underneath. Oh, it's picked up and fumbled! The Chargers defense made it happen! First play! Was it Derwin James? Are you kidding me? Oh, the defense has it! Fumble! Who caused it? Was it really Derwin? I think it was Elohi Gilman with the tackle and the strip, and Derwin James with the recovery. Chargers defense makes it happen early. Welcome back, Elohi Gilman, whose uncle we ran into at the airport the other day. Wow, dude.
Okay, we're never going to hear the end of this. What? How did you know?
All I do is walk around my house bragging about how right I am. 3-0, Chargers have the lead, and now they have the football. Chargers going to have excellent field position, and the offense. Oh, dude, here we go. $20 holla.
Mexico. High voltage sign.
Hey, $20 holla. What do we say to
Mexico?
Been
USA.
following you for a while. Now, Director Bolt up from Tijuana, Mexico. Let's go, baby. Hola, ¿qué pasó? Thank you so much, baby. Is it Puro Pinche Chargers? Let's go, dude. Thank you. $20 holla, baby. Thank you so much, man. Gracias. Here comes 1st and 10, Chargers offense. Now inside the 35. It's a carry for Gus Edwards, and Gus Bus carries it forward for a gain of 8 yards, baby. Oh, Chargers off to an awesome start. We got Uncanny with the $2 holla, Derwin, and the defense cooking, baby. Can you smell what the defense is cooking? Dude, $20 holla, man. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate the love out here, dude. Joseph Hermey with the 5. Chat just willed the turnover. We need more of that in the chat, dude. We're going to ask that question a whole lot more. 2nd and 2. Let's pick up this first down. And then ask the chat what they want to see. 2nd and 2, it's another carry for Gus Bus, stumbling forward, picks up the first down, and Gus Bus, that's exactly why you signed the big 6'2", 225 behemoth of a running back. It's the bus, baby. We got an opportunity to talk to him in L.A. when they were still back in the Costa Mesa facility. Big dude, man. Big dude. I got to tell you, I'm a big dude. Standing next to that guy, that's a big dude. Gus Edwards plows forward for a first down. What do we want to see now, Chet? How do we want to score this football? We're looking for J.K. Dobbins, I think, man. Comeback player of the year. Let's take it all the way to the house. Chargers, very strong running formation. They're sending everybody out there to block. It's a Justin Herbert play action, and he's sacked. Oh, did not see that one coming. Justin Herbert on a very interesting play action look. It's going to be a second and very long. Oh, dude, an opportunity here. The only receiver out there, Ladd McConkey on the outside, contributing guys like, Stone Smart had, all of them had touchdowns. But the play, I should say, the pass rush of the Houston Texans gets home too soon, and the Chargers, a 2nd and 19 in front of them. Come on, baby. It's Justin Herbert looking. He's going to try and fire it over the middle. Oh! In and out of the hands of Will Dissly would have been a first down. And then some. One of the biggest drops we've seen at a critical moment. Oh, Will Dissly feeling the defender, forgot to catch the football. And it's a 3rd and 19, just like that. 3rd and 19. Justin Herbert trips at the top of the screen. I should say empty backfield. It's going to be a pass and catch by DJ Chark, who picks up about 10. And we're going to see another Cameron Dicker field goal. Again, the offense firing on all cylinders. But that big mistake there in that huge sack for loss is going to stop that drive short of a touchdown. Cameron Dicker out here to build that lead to 6. Oh, dude, some big plays. We just got to see it come together here at the end, man. 4th and 9. Cameron Dicker, 39-yard field goal attempt. It is up, and it is clean down the middle. Cameron Dicker, 3 points. Chargers take a 6-0 lead.
So 2 scores, 2 possessions.
One possession. I should say, 2 possessions for the Chargers. They scored on each one. Okay. I guess we'll take it so far. An extra possession provided by the defense. Epic strip fumble. Now here we are getting ready to kick the ball back to the Houston Texans, down 6-0 in commercial break.
Okay, yeah, let's just keep scoring every possession, and there we go. Not a problem. I mean, it's pretty good.
Will Dissly's going to see that drop in his nightmares tonight. Definitely one that he wants back. But hey, Justin Herbert found the right guy. Just couldn't make it happen via the receiver. Hopefully that's the last we see of that this week. I want to see Quentin Johnston back to his prime breakout addition that we saw last week. See him get involved underneath Ladd McConkey. But hey, dude, I think the biggest thing the Chargers can continue to build, which has been awesome so far in the game, has been the run game. Hey, Bolt Bros, $5 holla from downtown. Big Dicker energy, yo!
All day. Let's get this man to the Pro Bowl. Come on, guys.
All day, baby, all day. Bolt Bros, thank you guys so much, dude, from downtown. Big love to the Bolt Bros crew out there, man. Appreciate the love. Oh, my goodness. Chargers. I don't know, dude. Like I feel pretty good about it, but at the same time, Chargers offense needs to find a way to finish these drives. The defense, though, very small sample size so far. Very well rested in the first quarter. Even now, let's go out there and make another play. Chargers pass rush, I think, needs an opportunity to make a big play here. But again, they've only had the one play turnover. Let's see if we can make something happen again. I think whoever wins the turnover ratio is going to win this game. Chargers off to a very, very good start. Still in commercial break. What do you guys want to see? Okay, we asked this last time, and it worked fantastic. Let's see it again. Who do you guys want to see make a play on defense in this upcoming drive?
Why don't you just tell us who you want to see, and then let's just make that happen?
Okay, so last drive I said Derwin James. He ends up picking up a fumble, but it's with a lot of help from Alohi Gilman. I'm going to say this drive, I would like to see something by Dan Henley. Yeah, maybe that's a bit of a stretch because he's an inside linebacker. Dan Henley and Khalil Mack. Those are the two guys I'm looking to really get involved in this upcoming drive. You guys are saying, let's see Bosa, let's see Derwin, let's see Tarheeb, let's see Henley. Oh, Hugo wants to see another Henley interception, picking up his first interception of his career last week versus the Vegas Raiders. Excuse me. We got a $5 holla from James. Says, I'm going to say, I'm here, director. Let's go! What are we sipping on, bro, Chacho? This is the lifeblood of the stream. I would not be here as energetic every single week without it. Here comes the Houston Texans. It's going to be a first down for them. Did they bring in? It's going to be at the 30-yard line. 25, 30? We'll have to wait and see. Looks like the 30-yard line for the Houston Texans. And the Chargers defense looking to make another play in their follow-up here. Again, they've only been on the field for one play. Let's see how they do here in this next drive. 1st and 10. It's a carry by Joe Mixon. Oh, very nice move by Khalil Mack to slow him down. Gets bottled up over the middle by Dan Henley.
Oh. Yay. He was right again.
Oh, tomorrow I will make $1 million doing something I don't know yet. We're going to hope to put that energy out into the universe. 2nd and 7. It's the Chargers defense. Is it another carry? Yes, it's Joe Mixon who gets completely bottled up over the middle. It's Joey Bosa and Denzel Perryman laying the boomstick. 3rd down and long for the Houston Texans. Oh, let's see some sixes in the chat. That's our guy, Denzel Perryman, one of the last standing San Diego Chargers. And he delivers a big hit over the middle to Joe Mixon, who's now on the sideline. Waiting to see what happens on this 3rd and 7. Can the Chargers defense get off the field here early? It's C.J. Stroud. 5 defensive backs for the Chargers. Tarheeb still in the nickel. C.J. Stroud looking, lots of pressure. Joey Bosa forces him out of the pocket. C.J. throws on the run, almost intercepted by Dan Henley. We were this close to another big Henley interception, but that's a 3-and-out for the Chargers defense. The Bolts defense has arrived, baby. Oh, you can give that one to Bosa, Mack, and Dan Henley, dude. The defense is on fire this game. I tell you, man, this defense keeps it up. They stay in this form. Watch out, AFC. This Chargers playoff team is for real. Here comes the punt by the Houston Texans. Chargers will take over again on offense. Wow-wee, dude. the chat keep predicting director. Here comes the fair catch. It's Ladini. He was interfered with. It's going into the end zone. And that's going to be a flag on the Houston Texans to help the Chargers offense. That's a lot of yards right there too, dude. Are we good? Everyone wants to see another free kick. Let's do it. Oh, dude. Let's see that free kick again. Let's just throw the whole drive away and do the free kick for the memes. A Dicker free kick for the memes. Even the announcer's like, there's no free kick, but here comes the field position. Pass interference, or the interference. Fair catch interference. That's 15 yards. And the Chargers are going to get some big yardage on that, big help on offense. And Justin Herbert starting at a good spot. I know I can feel it coming off my wife right now. She sees C.J. Stroud all sad on the sideline. She feels bad. I don't feel bad. Stop on his throat. Oh, she don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad. Why would I feel bad?
No, lay it in.
I said I was waiting for the sack. I feel like that's, I'm waiting.
She wants to see C.J. Stroud on the bench just get body slammed by Derwin James off screen. Be sad about this.
I love that there's no in between. Either I want him dead or I don't. I feel bad for him. There's no like, come on.
Juan Cruz with the $2 holla. Texans asking for rain, but they only got thunder, baby. Let's go. I love that, Juan. Thank you so much, man. $2 holla. Bite his kneecaps.
Oh my God.
Mrs. Director, Secret Savage? Yes, she is. Yes, she is. This woman was born and raised in Alabama, and they got a certain way about their football out there, I'll tell you that.
So savage. Very savage when it comes to football.
Families have been, divided is the right word. By Auburn and Alabama. We're in commercial break right now. Chargers. Where are we starting with this football? Where was that fair catch? Plus the 15 yards. It's got to be somewhere around the 40-yard line all of a sudden, right? That's going to be awesome. Okay, we need the prediction now, though. We need the prediction now. So I think the Chargers on this drive, I'm just feeling Quentin Johnston on this one. Quentin Johnston, Ladd McConkey, move the ball downfield. Let's get Ladd McConkey on the go and get Quentin Johnston underneath and see if we can create yards after the catch. That's what I'm looking for on this drive. Create yards after the catch with Quentin Johnston, forcing the defense to back up with Ladd McConkey. That's what I want to see. Let's get more specific. See how crazy we can get the stream with the predictions.
Do you think we're going to see Ezekiel?
Oh, sorry. We got off the thing. There we go. Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
It's working.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to see any of Ezekiel Elliott today?
We want to see the space Ewok in action and lightning in lightning bolts scoring touchdowns. We may see a carry or two this week. He looks like to be a backup goal line back. So the guy that's behind Gus Edwards. But I don't think he suited up for this one. I think he was on the Chargers practice squad, right? I don't know if he was elevated. Help me out with that, chat. I don't think Ezekiel Elliott is on the field tonight. Of course, I don't think Kamani Vidal is either, so I think Haskins is going to be the one that you look behind Gus Edwards. Yeah. We got a $5 holla coming in from Sletcha from Alaska. Here from Alaska, baby. I remember you. Texans podcast been throwing shade all week. Let's show him something. We'll give him something. We'll say hi. We'll say hi. We'll drop a hi, a hello. How do you do? Bolted up Dodger. $5 holla coming in from Sletcha. Thank you so much, man. Bolted up Dodger says, like the commercial says, high tide. Oh, you don't want to be caught doing that in Alabama, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've only visited a few times, and I got to tell you, you don't want to do that. It's 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Where are we on the field right now? Where are we on the field? Harbaugh's looking out. Offense found a really nice rhythm in the first half. We just need to find a way to finish these drives. At the 35-yard line, the Chargers will begin. Makes sense. I think it went into the end zone, right? 1st and 10 Chargers. It's Gus Edwards in at running back. In motion is Darius Davis. It's going to be a quick wide receiver screen to Davis, and a quick flag may have been holding on Will Dissly. Have to wait and see. We're waiting to see what the flag was. Oh, they're going to say illegal man downfield. Is that what they're saying? We're waiting to hear. Houston's ran just 4 offensive plays. Ineligible player downfield, number 68 of the Chargers. Batukasi. Help me out, chat. Who is this guy? Because I know Jordan McFadden just cut recently, right? Interesting. Oh, Sawyer. Boo. Yeah. I was like, what is this? What is this thing I'm seeing on the screen? 1st and 15. It's a carry for Dobbins, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. And it's a 2nd and 14 just like that. It's going to be 2nd and very long from here. Second and 14. Can Justin Herbert dig him out of this hole? See if we can pick up some chunk yards on this play. Herbert steps back looking, pressure in his face, has to fire it deep downfield. It's a floater. Oh, Quentin Johnston just saved that from being an interception. 3rd and 14. Justin Herbert was hit as that ball went up. Herbert checking the elbow. There was holding on the defense. Luckily, that gives us a first down. But hey, heads up to Quentin Johnston, who saved that from being an interception. Guys, Justin Herbert, his arm was hit as he was letting go of that ball, creating a floating opportunity for the defense to generate a pick, and instead Quentin Johnston got in front of them all. Yes, the pass or the catch wasn't made, but the interception was blocked. Either way, there was a penalty on the field, giving the Chargers a very valuable first down after 2nd and long. Here comes in motion DJ Chark. It's a carry by Gus Edwards, who picks up the yard. Defensive line of the Houston Texans, very, very stingy today. 2nd and 9, 3:30 left in the first quarter. And the Chargers looking for a spark here on offense.
I think there's only one person that's going to be able to run right now, and that's probably going to be Herbert. It feels like they're totally shutting down the run game right now.
Yeah, JK, Gus Edwards, hard to find space. Offensive line seeing a little bit of movement with Trey Pipkins sidelined, right? It's 2nd and 9. J.K. Dobbins back at running back. It's going to be a play action. Justin Herbert looking, tosses underneath. It's incomplete. It was actually Hassan Haskins in at running back. It's incomplete. 3rd and 9, just like that. Mrs. Director saying, Herbert could have run. Herbert could have run. It's possible Herbert could have run. And a 3rd and long all of a sudden here for the Chargers offense. Would love to see this drive continue and result in a 2-score lead. But the Texans offense has turned it up. Their pass rush getting home savagely quick. 3rd and 9, Herbert. Trio of receivers at the top of the screen. Herbert pressure in his face immediately. Another floater. And once again, a Chargers receiver saves that from being an interception. This time it's Ladd McConkey. 2 floaters, 1 drive. Tough break for the Chargers. But Herbert twice in a row, I should say twice in 1 drive, gets interfered with on his throw. And the ball luckily ending up on the ground instead of the hands of a Houston Texans defender. It's going to be 4th down. First punt of the night for the Chargers. Yeah, that's going to be problems for the Chargers this week. Houston Texans, I think 5th. Wait, was there a block? Oh, the ball does still bounce. It's going all the way to the 30-yard line. Chargers caught a break there, man. The punt was blocked. Houston wasn't ready for it. And it bounced all the way down inside the 30. Of course, it could have been a better punt, but it ends in a very lucky spot for the Chargers. Considering the ball was blocked, it could have easily been a Houston Texans touchdown. Instead, it bounces all the way inside the 30. Could have been a lot worse. We're in commercial break. We got a Fabian, 44 months, says, what's up? Hey, Fabian, what's up, dude? Director. Both up, sir. Thank you for everything you do. And Mrs. Director as well. Keep up the content for the next 20 years. Can I sign a 20-year contract with the Bolt fam? Can we do that? Because I'll put pen to paper right now. This has been an awesome gig provided by you guys, man. Thank you for everything. I'm sure, having my wife here being able to share in the experience too, it's absolutely incredible to think of where we were 5 years ago to where we are now. It's absolutely night and day. And I'm sure a lot of folks out in the LA area will tell you life was not easy as an independent filmmaker for so many years. Had some steady gigs, studio to studio to studio. Ended up in a really nice cushy spot doing stuff in terms of food commercials. Pandemic wiped that away. You guys came in, rescued me. Now we're doing the whole Charger shtick every single week. Absolutely huge blessings to our family, and thank you guys so much for everything you've done for us. Speaking of blessings, as we're here in commercial break, please, prayers up for the community in Los Angeles who are suffering from absolute disastrous wildfires. If you guys want ways in order to contribute and help, definitely check out Red Cross. But the Chargers also putting on a drive in support of those in need. You're able to take stuff like water and blankets and stuff to be donated. That's definitely a good way to make it happen. The Chargers themselves also donating a couple $100,000 to the effort or to the cause, I think, in terms of displaced pets and animals and stuff like that. So please, yes, prayers up for the community in Los Angeles. Hopefully the time of healing is coming sooner rather than later. LA's and hearts in the chat in support of the Los Angeles community, baby. Both up. Chargers fans, we're here. We're here to help. Here come the Chargers. Defense on this next drive. They're taking a look at the punt here. It was D'Angelo Ross that got in on the punt block. We're going to see where it starts, though. Did it get touched is going to be the question. Because if it got touched at any point by the Chargers, it would have been a down ball. Where are they going to start? No, it's still inside the 30. So the Chargers, I'm going to say, man, we got really lucky with that bounce. That could have been way worse. A lot of things in that last drive could have been way worse. Here's C.J. Stroud. Over the middle, it's Dalton Schultz. Picks up 13 yards and a first down, Texans. And just like that, they're in Chargers territory. Got to watch out over the middle. Chargers have a few weapons to worry about this week. Of course, number 12, Nico Collins, probably being the main culprit. But outside of that, I think Dalton Schultz, number 86, is going to be the one to worry about. Chargers got to find another big play on defense to bring the heat back to the Chargers. It's Stroud over the middle once again. This time it's number 2 of the Texans. Robert Woods, veteran receiver, makes a move. And yes, that 45 of the Chargers now is going to be the spot for the Houston Texans. Theory! What's up, baby?
Sending love from section 116. #bolt up.
Sending love from 116. Bolt up, baby! Bolt up! I know Miss Director got something to say.
Well, I was just going to say, it was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much. You were awesome. And, yeah, you've just been incredible for us, and we really appreciate everything you've done for the channel and our family.
Next play is going to be incomplete for number 8 of the Texans. It's John Mechie, and it'll be a 2nd and 10, well defended by Derwin James.
And I'm sorry that I knocked over all the beer and spilled it all over your pants while we met. So sorry about that. Had not even had a beer at that point. I just made a big old mess because I'm clumsy.
Oh my goodness. That's one I'm not going to forget anytime soon. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see what he says. Hey, it's me. There. Oh my God. 2nd and 10. C.J. Stroud. Oh, here comes Derwin. No, it's Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa in for the sack. It's a 3rd and 15. Give us the shrug, Big Bear. Let's go. 97's in the chat for Joey Bosa, who brings down C.J. Stroud. First sack of the night for the Chargers defense, and it's a 3rd and very long after that, baby. Big Bear, give him a Big Bear hug. Down to the ground, 3rd and 15 coming in there. Oh, what a classic Joey Bosa move right there, baby. Let's go. 3rd and 15. In motion's the running back. Empty backfield. 5 wide, 3rd and 15, C.J. Stroud. Chargers backpedaling a little bit. Over the middle is the catch. Dalton Schultz. It's going to be well short of the first down. Chargers swarm. And it's going to be a 4th and long here from the 43-yard line, baby. That's a big stop right there, dude. Let's see some 97s in the chat for our guy, Big Bear Joey Bosa. Oh, my God. That's a tender subject for me, man. That's a tender. I sometimes come home, head hung down, tell my wife I don't know what we're going to do with Joey Bosa. And it makes me sad. But at least in this game, he's making his name known. Oh, they're going for it on 4th and 6. Hello. All right. This is big gambles here by the Houston Texans. And they're going to say, end of the quarter. They were trying to drive the Chargers off sides. Maybe go for it if they did. It would have been a 4th and 1 instead of a 4th and 6. But likely a punt after that. We're in commercial break waiting for the 2nd quarter to ensue. Let's see if we can get a refresh here real quick. That may have helped. That may have helped. Chargers. Defense doing an awesome job so far. Yeah, we're watching the Eli Manning commercial right now. And Peyton. All right. Oh, man. What are we thinking, Bolt fam? First quarter, 6-0. Chargers defense looks like it's on fire. Offense looks like it's on fire, minus the finishing part, which is something that at times in the middle of the season was the issue. Chargers, not a bad offense at times, but one of the worst scoring offenses in football, red zone offenses, right? Got to find a way to punch this thing in there. How do we make that happen? Right now, it feels like our best option is probably through the pass, right? Got to get Ladd McConkey. Got to get Quentin Johnston. Heck, give me somebody like DJ Chark and company picking up another touchdown after his first last week. Got to find a way to punch that thing in there. By the way, man, big shout out to Theory, dude. I got reminiscent. $50 holla, man. Give him some love in the chat, dude. That's huge. I'm just now realizing it was a $50 holla, baby. Let's go, dude. Thank you so much. Theory, legend of the stream. Friend of the channel. Thank you so much, my man. And now in-person friend of the channel. As a matter of fact, party foul friend of the channel. Duma with the $2 holla. Have you heard from Michael McLean? No, dude. This has been something I get asked about all the time. Mr. Director, you want to chime in?
Yeah. Michael, if it gets back to you, we miss you. The community misses you. I hope that you're doing well. And yeah, we just miss the living crap out of you. So if you could just come back, it's super important. We're at the playoffs. Anyway, but it's not just us. Everybody misses you, as you see the whole community, the whole chat. Yeah, you're truly loved. Please come back and let us know you're okay.
We've had a few opportunities to hang out with Michael. Awesome dude. The only update I can give you guys is that speculation, he's an actor, and at the times he'll disappear to go work on different projects. I have to assume that's what's going on. I've texted him. I've reached out. Haven't heard back yet. So we're going to go ahead and assume that's what's going on right now. But if we hear anything, I promise you guys, we'll keep you guys updated with anything that we hear. Big love to Michael McLean here from the channel, baby. Big love. Here comes 4th and 6. Hugo Boss says, Perryman now questionable to return. Thank you so much, Hugo, for the update. Hopefully, Denzel can make his way back soon. 4th and 6 punt coming in for the Houston Texans. Can the Chargers get a slice of a block here? This is the longest punt setup of all time. Are they going to snap it? They're going all the way down. They're going to take the delay. Trying to get the Chargers to jump again. The plan twice fails twice. And they're saying, for whatever reason, the announcers are saying, hey, just decline it if you're the Chargers. Keep the space the way it is. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Albert with the $5 holla. Herbert rushing touchdown incoming. Hey, I like that, dude. I like that. Let's look for a Justin Herbert rushing touchdown. I went through when I was making that trailer. I saw plenty of Justin Herbert taking off on the ground, man. He was awesome this season. 4th and 11. Houston Texans. Are they about to get cute here? It's a punt. It's up. And Darius Davis back to return. Fair caught inside the 10. Good punt by the Texans. Chargers a long field in front of them. Let's see if they can get this pass game going, dude. Houston Texans been throwing all kinds of heat at Justin Herbert. We need to find guys open underneath, I think. Someone on quick routes, and I think that's screaming the name of Quentin Johnston at this point. Get somebody open quick underneath who can produce yards after the catch. Number 1 on the offense. Feels like the right move here. Of course, if you can get the offense going on the ground, too, all the better. What do you guys want to see on this drive for the Los Angeles Chargers offense? What are you guys feeling? Can you decline a delay a game? Apparently the Chargers did. I don't know. We missed it. Want to see a Dobbins 50-yard run, chat. Hugo wants to see more of Ladd McConkey. Definitely not a bad thing to get Ladd involved. DD needs to let that go into the red zone. What about a DD touchdown? We saw 2 incredible touchdowns back-to-back. One against the Broncos that was absolutely incredible. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Again, long field. Can they make some room for themselves? Looks like a run, feels like a run. It's a play action. Herbert over the middle. Ho! It's Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey, first down. What is that, like 15 yards? 12 yards. And Ladidi does it again. Chargers now got the ball at the 20-yard line. Some nice space to get to work. Ladd McConkey, as crisp a route runner as you're going to see. Great hands despite a defender right over his chest. We got ourselves a good one in this draft, man. One of the best Chargers drafts I can remember in recent history. Ladd McConkey, new wide receiver 1 for the Chargers, gets to work. 1st and 10. Ladarius McConkey. 1st and 10. Justin Herbert, play action again, over the middle. Wide open is Ladd, and wide open Ladd takes it for another 15 yards. A Chargers first down. Oh, Ladd McConkey. Hey, we saw you, Hugo. He says, let's get this Ladd going. Who's going to stop us? And Ladd McConkey leaving his coverage man in the dust. Ladd McConkey, 2 catches. 20-plus yards at this point? Looking pretty good for my underdog entries all of a sudden, man. Let's go. Yeah, I caught myself there. Yeah, these are the secrets behind the scenes. Yep. 1st and 10. It's J.K. Dobbins this time. And Dobbins, nice strong run of 5 yards. We'll say 6 yards, 5 yards for J.K. Dobbins. Let's get that run game going. Good run by J.K. Latimus Prime. He looks like they're asking him if he's ready for the photo. He's like, me? Yeah.
They told him to put his shirt down. He's like, nope.
2nd and 4, J.K. Dobbins on a 2nd down. In motions, Ladd McConkey as an extra blocker, it would appear. And no, it's a play action. Oh, it was going to be a blown-up play anyway. It was Ladd McConkey on a weird wide receiver screen that got blown up by the Texans pretty much at all levels there. Kind of glad that Ladd did not catch that one, as it would have been a loss of 3 or so. Heads up play by the wide receiver. 3rd and 4, Chargers offense seeing a lot of pressure all of a sudden. Houston Texans have really turned it on up front. Tough to get the ball out before pressure gets home. Can they find a way to move the ball 4 yards against this Texans premium pass rush? 3rd and 4. J.K. Dobbins in at running back. Here come the Texans. Chargers. Little time. He's going to catch it. Oh, it's Quentin Johnston in his hands. It would have been a tough catch. But Quentin Johnston took a bit of a hit on the way down. Awkwardly fell. And QJ shaking it off, running back to the lineup. It's a 4th and 4, likely a Chargers punt. It is a drop. But Quentin Johnston, that would have been a tough catch, man. Literally try catching a football while there's a defender throwing his arm up and down in the middle of your chest. 4th and 4. Here comes the Chargers punt, this time unblocked. Nice, long, high punt by J.K. Scott. And it's going to be fair caught inside the 15. Very, very nice punt by J.K. Scott. Off to a good start with Ladd McConkey and cut short by the Houston Texans pass rush. Man, got to tell you, dude, they look crazy. We've faced a couple of really good pass rushing units this season. The Denver Broncos, the best in the nation. The Chargers were able to slow them down, limited them to just 2 sacks. Can they do it again this week? Houston's really turning it on now, man. Got to find a way to take momentum away from their D.
Yeah, they're very handsy, too. If you notice, almost every single time they touch an offensive player, they're just punching and just ripping, and they're extremely aggressive. So, yeah, I don't know what they need to do. I feel like, unfortunately, the pass game is what you're going to have to do on this, or have Herbert run.
You can tell all of these guys grew up watching Charles Tillman. They want to recreate that classic peanut punch, and everyone's giving a good throw at it, man. They want to see it happen. Manifesting an interception. All right, we need new predictions. Is it our bad for not predicting that drive? We got to find new predictions in the chat. We need something by the defense. Would love Crazy to think that the Chargers defense could produce, 3 turnovers this game. We've already got the first one via Alohi Gilman. Can we get another one? I just want to see a big play, man. Joey Bosa in the last drive looked awesome. Who do you want to see in this drive? I think Tarheeb Still, right? I think Tarheeb Still is due. Let's get the pass rush going. Of course, Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack already kind of finding some footing. Let's turn that into mistakes by C.J. Stroud and capitalizing by guys like Tarheeb Still and Derwin James. Tara Romero coming in with a $5 holla. I don't know if the Texans generally blitz, but they are blitzing on almost every play. Yes, they are. The Chargers, we saw a team do that earlier in the season with a lot of success. Who was it the Cardinals? I don't remember. It was a surprise team that was just blitzing, and we just could not stop them. It may have been the Ravens. Was it the Ravens? The Bucks? I think it was the Cards. I do think it was the Cards because they were going crazy throwing blitzes, and we just couldn't stop them. Yeah, we got to find a way to keep Justin Herbert protected. Luckily, I think it was the Cardinals. First instinct correct. Fortunately, we got some good blocking running backs as well. We can help chip in there. Got to find a way to keep Justin Herbert upright just a couple more milliseconds even. There's a couple of seconds in there, a couple of attempts where Justin Herbert, those 2 floaters in the drive previous to the last one, where those passes were going towards wide open receivers, the ball just couldn't get delivered due to the pass rush. Malcolm Calvert with the $5 holla. Thank you for sharing moments like these with us, Director. Sundays are better with you on stream. Malcolm. Thank you, my man. Appreciate that. $5 holla, and more importantly, big love. Malcolm Calvert in the chat, baby. Thank you so much. Here comes the first running attempt by the Houston Texans this drive, and he is completely obliterated at the line. It'll be a pickup of maybe a yard or 2. That's Junior Colson and Morgan Fox, it looked like. It'll be second and long coming up. Tim Thied with the $2 holla. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Director. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for all the support, man. Thank you, guys. Got to find a way to slow down the Texans blitzing. They've been going all crazy in the second quarter. Y'all want a Tarheeb Still interception? Let's make it happen. 2nd and 8. Houston, are we about to see another run? Looks like a run. It's a play action. C.J. Stroud looking, under pressure, fires deep, looking for a man. Oh, it's well overthrown. Both targets couldn't even get a hand on it. He was looking for Nico Collins. Our guy Christian Fulton had him beat by a full step or 2, and even to him, it was well overthrown. 3rd and 8 for the Chargers defense. Can they get off the field? 3rd down conversions today by both teams. 0 out of 4 for the Chargers, 0 out of 2 for the Texans. Can we make it 0 out of 3 for the Texans on this next play? C.J. Stroud, pressure getting home, maybe, I don't know. It's floating over the middle. It's intercepted. Yes, it is. It's Dean Leonard. Dean Leonard with the interception. Are you kidding me? Let's go. The Chargers secondary does it again. It's a pick by C.J. Stroud. Gets both feet in, and the Chargers get good field position again. My, oh, my. You can also credit the Chargers pass rush for that interception. They were all over C.J. Stroud. He floats one to 2 Chargers defenders, and it's brought in by Dean Leonard, the big, lengthy special teams cornerback. Makes a huge play in the postseason. Look at this big man come to the sideline. All smiles, baby. Let's go. 33s in the chat. That's what you want to see. Force C.J. Stroud to play Superman, and you're going to see mistakes like that. Oh, chat, we got to go together. Hold hands with Director as we take a look at the Underdog entries. How we looking? Hey, we got that C.J. Stroud interception. All I'm saying, man, is that we felt that one hard. Ladd McConkey was 69.5 receiving yards. Can we get that throughout the course of the next, 3 quarters almost? Feeling pretty good about it, dude. Feeling pretty good about it. We need 2 Justin Herbert touchdowns for this one. We'll have to wait and see how that one goes. Gus Edwards, already 3 rushing attempts. We need 6. And lower than 22.5 completions for C.J. Stroud. He's only got 4 to start off this first half. I'm feeling pretty good about it, man. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Chargers fans, how we feeling? Where are we getting the football? after that interception. It's close to midfield, right? Probably in around the Chargers' 40-yard line. Oh, dude. Let's go defense. Let's go defense, baby. Let's go. I mean, if this Chargers defense keeps up this momentum and stays to this form.
High voltage sign. High voltage sign.
Let's go, baby. For the rest of the postseason, watch out for this Chargers football team, baby. Watch out. Couple of big chats coming in, dude.
Do you think Herbert would overthrow like that? Now we have an interception. No doubt we win.
Let's go, dude. Hey, shout out to the last 2 super chats, dude. Last few of them. We got Squeezle with a Canadian 250 hotta. Thank you, Squeezle. Appreciate it. We got Kyle Kallstrom with the $10 holla. He says, get a touchdown on this drive. It's time, dude. It's time to take this up a notch, man. Let's go get 2-score lead. Feel good about the Chargers going forward. $10 holla from Kyle. Thanks, Kyle. Me and Mrs. Director, we like to watch TV when we go to sleep, and we've been watching a whole lot of South Park. So every time I'm going to see her now, I'm like, thanks, Kyle. Thank you, Kyle. I'm not going to say what he normally says. I'm just say thank you, Kyle. Thanks, Kyle. We got, it's Pegasus. Pegasus with the $20 holla. Do you think Herbert would overthrow like that? Now we have an interception. No doubt we win. Let's go, Pegasus. Big supporter of the channel. Big believer in the chat. And the Chargers, who are now 2-0 on the turnover deficit, are feeling real good in terms of momentum. And that's what you want to see. Pegasus, big love in the chat for our guy, man. Pegasus, big supporter. Here comes 1st and 10. Justin Herbert, play action. Looking, fires on the run. Deep pass, sideline. Quentin. Oh, it's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter takes it right back for Houston. This is a defensive battle. Houston's going to start at the 10. Tough throw for Justin Herbert. Tougher catch for Quentin Johnston. Chargers looking for the big play, and that one's going to cost them. Interception. Only the 4th of the year for Justin Herbert. Houston came to play. And unfortunately, the momentum swing takes a hit. Probably the bigger detail on that drive. Here come the Texans offense. Pegasus, thank you so much again for the $20 holla. Nicholas Petroli with the 2. Get us that touchdown, Justin. He's trying. We're going to have to wait another drive for that one. Very clean, big play by Kamari Lassiter. Standout corner by the Houston Texans. Chargers running for their life. Jose, we almost missed $2 holla. Time of possession will slow Texans D. We got to find a way. Here comes the next possession and next catch by Nico Collins. They're looking to turn it up a notch in Houston. Marvin James at the 2 says it's smart time. He wants to see a little bit of Stone Smart out there.
I don't know how you do this. Like, I feel like I need a timeout because I'm like... Yeah, I don't know how you keep it together. I
had to stop time in my brain and go to a corner and scream and then come back. What's up?
Yeah, upstairs I can, turn over furniture and scream and yell, and yeah, this is hard.
1st and 10. Houston's got the football inside the 25. Come on, defense. Let's generate another spark. Over the middle. It's incomplete. What a play by Alohi Gilman, dude. Alohi Gilman. About to lay the boomstick, and number 8 said, I ain't bringing that. That ain't worth it. That's a drop. And Alohi Gilman makes another play. Alohi Gilman having a great playoff game here versus the Texans. $10 holla coming in from Athir Kadir. Says, hello, Mrs. Director. This defense is awesome. Sorry, my bro, but I have a feeling we go into Buffalo to Ravens. Our frauds to steal it. We'll come back to that. Here comes CJ Stroud looking. Pass rush gets home. It's Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack sack. And it's a 3rd and 18. The defense is not letting up this game. 2nd sack of the game. 1 for Joey, 1 for Khalil. And the Chargers defense is creating magic out here in their first post-game performance with Jim Harbaugh. We'll continue. Althir says, Ravens are fraud. The Steelers will win tonight. Not afraid to give me the Bills. Let's go, baby. Hey, I will take the Bills any day of the week, too, man. Thank you so much. $10 holla by Athir. 3rd and 18. Can the Chargers get a stop here? It's going to be underneath. Derwin James lays a huge hit. It's caught but it's very short of the first down. And here come the Texans punting unit. Dude, what a defensive effort by the Chargers this week, dude. This is the defensive game of the season so far. My word. These guys are clicking, dude. 4th and 8. And here comes the punt. Wow, dude. 52's in the chat. 3's in the chat. What a defensive performance tonight. Here comes 4th and 8. It's a long punt. And fair caught by Darius Davis at the 25-yard line. Here come the Chargers. Offense yet again. I thought you just looked at me and said your mom. I was like, what? Did she call?
I said, come on!
We are in commercial break. Chargers, now it feels like it was a very, very fortunate first couple of drives for the Bolts to pick up 6 points and both of those field goals, because it's going to be tough sledding for these guys to get points in this game on both sides. Constellation Pegasus!
This is a 1979 defense in 2025. Unreal.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? The vets of the Chargers community seeing back in time of Chargers defenses of old. This is one of those old school punchy in the mouth kind of football games, dude. The defense making it tough on both sides. Interceptions on both sides. Sacks on both sides. Low points so far. We're already, a quarter and a half in? This is an old school style football game, man. A way to kick off the postseason as a whole in 2025, man. Constellation Pegasus, second $20 holla of the night, might I add. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Give him some love in the chat, baby. Pegasus is right back at it, baby. Thank you so much, man. It does feel like some old school football has returned to the gridiron. Bolt Bros coming back with the $5 haul. Defense wins championships. Let's go. And that, you are not wrong, sir. The Chargers defense, I'm telling you right now, dude, the defense keeps us up. This is a team not to be trifled with in the postseason. Bolt Bros! Big love. Big love. Thank you guys so much for the $5 holla. Went back in with Theo with the $5. This defense is real, my bro. We are great. Bring on the juggernaut. Let's go. I mean, all I can say is that Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, as everything is advertised so far. Derwin James is having an insane season. I think you got contributors like Alohi Gilman stepping in all the time, too, man.
Momentum back. Bolt up. Let's go.
Let's go. BC, $20 holla, baby. Let's go, dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Athir, thank you so much, too, my man. $5 holla. Taylor with the 5 says, y'all give QJ a bad rep. Herbert underthrow a crossbody throw. That's on Herbert. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, that was just a broken play altogether. I think there's blame on both sides. Of course, Justin Herbert under duress this entire game. We got to find a way to give him more time. Offensive line, I'm looking at you. Let's give Justin Herbert a little bit more space to operate, and we'll move the football just fine with Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnson, who I firmly believe needs to get involved in this game. And then lastly, the $20 holla by BC. What's up, baby? What's up, baby? Time for a score. Let's get momentum back bolt up. It's time for a score. Give BC some love, dude. $20 holla. Let's get that momentum right back. Let's go. 1st and 10, back from commercial. Chargers starting at the 25-yard line. In motion, DJ Chark. It's going to be a run by Dobbins. Dobbins, a little bit of space, but cleaned up immediately by number 27 of the Texans. It'll be a pickup of just a yard. El Meni with the $5 holla. Mr. Director, if we win, are we rooting for the Steelers and Broncos? If we win, we'll take a look at it. I personally want a piece of the Chiefs. If I'm being honest with you guys, I want a piece of the Chiefs. But we'll have to wait and see how everything kind of unfolds after the stream for sure. Here comes 2nd and 9. Chargers offense. It's been tough. Let's see if they can figure out how to move the football. It's an underneath pass. It's Darius Davis. Gets immediately wrapped up by number 4 of the Texans. It's Lassiter again. It'll be a 3rd and long. Both defenses not letting up an inch. And Lassiter wraps up Ladd McConkey. I see the logic behind it, but with no blockers, Darius Davis just had no chance to advance that football versus 2 defensive backs. 3rd and 12. Ladd McConkey motioning inside. Herbert with a little bit of time fires over the middle. It's Ladd McConkey. Oh, he turns upfield. That's a huge first down by the Chargers. Oh, Ladd, he caught it short, looped around a defender, and picks up the first down. Chargers now at the 44. This is huge. Chargers need another score to go up 2 possessions, which in this particular defensive football game is massive. Let's go, baby. 15s and Lads in the chat. There is 7 minutes left in this first half. Ladd McConkey brings us close to midfield. Chargers got the football at the 43-yard line. It's going to be a run. It's going to be J.K. Dobbins, and Dobbins picks up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 coming up. Chargers run game, so difficult to get going. Texans defensive line, as good as you're going to see in the postseason. It'll be 2nd and 8. Chargers. Got to find a way to convert, dudes. Let's get at least into Dicker field goal range. 2 possessions is a massive, massive advantage in a matchup like this. 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert. It's a play action. Line collapses. Oh, well defended by the Texans. It was in and out of the hands of Ladd McConkey, but more so slapped down by DB number 24 of the Texans. And that's a big play by Derek Stingley. First-round pick of a few seasons ago. One of the best corners you're going to see in football. 3rd and 8. He's going to see plenty of Ladd McConkey, I bet, for the rest of this game, as Ladd has been crazy. It's $5 holla coming in from Frankie. Is McConkey the coldest white voice in Stockton? What's up, baby? Thanks for the $5. 3rd and 8. Herbert, pocket collapsing, has to toss it under duress, and it's incomplete. Here comes the punting unit of the Bolts. Man, dude, this Texans pass rush, unbelievably stout, dude. Fourth and 8. Still 6.5 minutes left in this first half. Here comes the... Oh, they're going to get it inside the 1. You got to touch it. You got to field it. Oh, what a punt. The Texans are going to start at the 1-yard line. Hey, that didn't end in points, but it didn't end in disaster. This is a good opportunity for the Chargers defense to make a stop and still produce good field position for the Chargers offense. Deep in the Texans territory, they go to maybe make a play. Can you imagine a touchdown via the defense on this one? I want to see the defensive line. Excuse me. Can you actually give me a water too? Yeah. I want to see the defensive line really attack CJ Stroud on this possession inside the 1-yard line, dude. Let's make it happen. A fumble for a touch. Can you guys imagine a touchdown at this point? It feels like one of those games that the defense needs to score a touchdown. A safety even helps quite a bit, too. It takes you an 8-point lead. See if something can be done here. At very worst, I want to see this defense get off the field with excellent field position for the Chargers. O-line lacking today. Yeah, the O-line, I mean, again, this is an extremely tough defensive line of the Houston Texans. Very good pass rushing unit, one of the best in football. Chargers having a tough time containing them, despite the fact that the Chargers tackles are probably the best that the Texans have faced all season long. That just shows you how real this Texans defensive line is, featuring guys like, Willie Anderson and Danielle Hunter, dude. Dang. That dude's been in this league a long time, and he is still killing it. Russo with the $5. Grab it and bring it down, baby. That was my favorite part of the trailer we put together this weekend, man. We've been busy all week. I walk upstairs and tell Mrs. Director, I'm like, hey, so I'm going to go do a trailer real quick. And real quick, that means like 10 hours. But it came together, and it was awesome to see in compiling all that footage. What a magical season this really has been for the Chargers, man. It would be a great thing for this team to walk away with the playoff victory to cap everything off. Who knows how far they could take it. But the narrative has never been as exciting as it has been now, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. Reminiscing and watching everything from the top of the season, top of the offseason to today, it's been a crazy adventure for Chargers fans to see the huge turnover Jim Harbaugh has brought this organization. Bolted Up Dodger, the 2, says they have QJ locked down. They probably do. This whole offense is finding a hard time moving the football due to this just incredible defense by the Texans so far. Duggo, we got this. Keep those vibes up both game. Let's go, dude. Let's go. It's been an awesome Cinderella season for the Chargers. Can we make it happen all the way to the end? The narrative of Jim Harbaugh in this organization. 1st and 10 Texans. Texans backed up into their own end zone. And the Chargers get off the field here. It's going to be a carry by, Mixon finding a little bit of space. Finding a lot of space. It's going to be a pickup of 5 or 6 yards by Joe Mixon. Still backed up against the wall, the Houston Texans. But a good start for them on the ground. Joe Mixon picks up 6. It'll be a 2nd and medium coming up for the Texans. Both defenses putting up a good fight right now. The Chargers defense has them right where they want them. Can we get a stop here deep in the Texans' own territory? That would be a huge accomplishment on this one, guys. That means we get the football around the 40 or 50-yard line. CJ Stroud under a lot of pressure. Tear Tart forces the incompletion. It's 3rd and long all of a sudden for the Houston Texans offense. And Jim Harbaugh saying intentional grounding. Would that not be a safety? Refs came out and said not intentional grounding. He was outside the pocket. Yeah, that would have been a safety if it was intentional grounding. Did he make it outside the pocket? They're going to say he did. Harbaugh still very convinced it was a intentional grounding. That should be a safety. That would have been huge. They're not even going to take a second look at it, it would appear. 3rd and 4. Stroud fires underneath, and it's Nico Collins, nicely wrapped up by Christian Fulton. But it's enough for the first down. Texans got it at the 12 now. Very generous call. Yeah, I think that deserved at least another look. But the Texans are going to let it stand. And now that results in a first down. Texans at the 12. That would have been big, man. That would have been 8 points and the football. Announcer even said they gave it to them. Yeah, it certainly feels like they did. Can you challenge that anymore? You can't. You used to be able to challenge flags. 1st and 10. CJ Stroud hands it off, and Joey Bosa gets a hand on Mixon. Mixon somehow wiggles out, picks up 3 or 4, but Joe Mixon showing why he's one of the more dangerous running backs in the league, able to avoid pressure from the first free defender, wiggles out of the claws of Big Bear, and falls forward for a nice gain. It'll be 2nd and medium for the Texans now. 2nd and 7 for the Texans inside their own 15. Defense getting tired. It could be true. Underneath pass, this time it's Mechie. Mechie's going to pick up just enough for the first down. Texans now have the football at the 23-yard line. First down with under 4 minutes left to play. Under 4 minutes left to play. First and 10. It's C.J. Stroud and the Texans finding a little bit of momentum that may have been their first pair of first downs this game. Here comes C.J. Stroud. Pressure in his face. Stroud has to escape. Stroud throws under pressure, and it was out of range of his Robert Woods receiver. Ooh, lucky he was off target with that one because Alohi Gilman was ready for the interception. Had that been an accurate ball, Tear Tart free once again, and it's Poona Ford who delivers the big hit on C.J. Stroud. It's 2nd and long for Stroud and the offense. The chat going crazy, wanted to see holding. Chargers aren't going to get the call. 2nd and 10. C.J. Stroud and the offense. Steps back, pass rush, getting in there. They've got a hand on his foot. It'll be thrown over the middle. It's complete, but there is a flag still. Who is it on? The Chargers got home. They had a hand on C.J. Stroud. You have to believe that was holding on the Texans. Personal foul tripping on the offense. It's 2nd down. It's a 2nd and 21 tripping. You don't see that. It's on Teair Tart, who's trying to get there. He gets tripped up. He's the one that got a hand on C.J. Stroud. And Teair Tart, the free agent acquisition that nobody believed in, that traveled team to team with attitude and discipline problems, is having an absolute day versus the Texans in this playoff matchup. 2nd and 21. It's C.J. Stroud stepping back. Pressure in his face. Fires under duress one more time. And it's going to be a nice trip-up tackle by Derwin James. And a 3rd and forever coming up. 3rd and 16 from inside the Houston's 20-yard line. Let's go, dude. Troy Dye, Derwin James, not letting that man an inch further. And a 3rd and 16, definitely going to be a big task for C.J. Stroud versus a defense that's been on fire all game long. Come on, defense. One more. And the Chargers should get pretty good field position on a return if they can force a stop here. 3rd and 16. Oh, they botched the snap. C.J. Stroud on the run. Tooley trying to grab him. He's going to throw under pressure. No way. It's complete to number 19 at the 50-yard line. Wow. I'm speechless. 2-minute warning. I'm speechless. That's one of the most unbelievable plays I've ever seen. A botched snap, 3rd and 16. Chargers had them up on the ropes. And it's converted over the middle on an improvised throw.
Harbaugh is good at conditioning. Ever see a tired Ravens defense? I haven't.
That's very true. That's very true. The defense is still playing amazing despite that play. I mean, that's a one in a million play right there. Like, how many times are you going to see something like that?
We're not charging the game. Greg Roman showing us why he keeps getting fired. Should be 20-0 with a competent offensive coordinator.
You could be right, but it could also be the Texans defense is just unbelievable today, which they're making it real tough, dude. I'll be honest, everything we're trying, there's not a lot of space, but I mean, you could be right. This could just be a really good day for the Houston defense. But yes, Pegasus, $20 holla. Thank you so much again, man. Yes, the discipline behind this team has been very evident all season long, despite that huge play, man. That was unbelievable. That was absolutely unbelievable. Their biggest play in very, very many weeks, coming when it very much so counts in the postseason. Constellation Pegasus, $10 or $20 holla. Thank you so much again, my friend. I appreciate the support. Let's see, we almost lost it. Pegasus, thank you so much, man. $10 haul from Chase. Yeah, it could be. Greg Roman, there's going to be a huge evaluation process that's going to go on after the regular season is over with, or the postseason's over with for the Chargers. It feels to me that like it got a lot better in the second half, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see how they want to handle that. I trust in what Jim Harbaugh wants to do in terms of his personnel, because so far it's definitely brought a lot more good than it has bad. Nicholas Petrelli with the 2. Only the Chargers. It feels that way. It feels that way, but we don't see that as often anymore. Still very crazy to see that at all in a game where both defenses are just absolutely stacking up very well versus each other, man. It's crazy.
I look forward to a day when people say the Chargers charging as a good thing.
Yeah.
Like as a massively good thing. I think it's coming. If it's not this season, maybe next season. But yeah, I think it's coming.
Now we got to see how the Chargers handle the momentum shift. That is absolutely a spark that the Houston Texans can take all the way to the house. Can the defense shake it off and get off the field despite letting up one of the biggest plays of the game? It's 1st and 10. Texans at the 50-yard line. After that miracle of a first down on 3rd and very long, it's 1st and 10. Stroud looking, fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Are they going to say it was a fumble? Nope. It's whistled dead by the officials. It feels like it was an incompletion. Can they challenge it? I don't know. Was it brought in? I don't think so. Let's see. He had both feet firmly planted, but he never got the second step in. Unfortunately, I do not think that is that is a forced fumble. But a reminder for the Houston Texans not to mess with the Chargers and not to underestimate this defense. 10th play of the drive, 2nd and 10. Stroud looking, has plenty of time, fires over the middle. It's Nico Collins who's wide open. Collins takes it all the way inside the 15.
Year number 4, we squeaked into 5. This was always going to be a close game. Question is, who is going to tough it out? Bolt up.
That's a very good point. A very, very good point. We're going to circle back to it in just a second.
There's no excuse for this game to be this close. These are the kinds of games where dumb mistakes keep these games close. I want to trust the process, but sometimes, the shadow of the past looms.
They can. And the process can take a while, too. I'm just happy to be here. The Chargers still have every opportunity to win this football game, but right now, C.J. Stroud and the Texans have all the momentum. It's 1st and 10. We'll circle back to those big chats in a minute. It's a carry by. Oh, Mixon gets absolutely blown up behind the line. It's going to be a loss of 1. Speaking of 1, only 1 minute left in this half. Poona Ford makes his presence known yet again. And the Chargers, the ones to take a timeout here early. They want the football back, it would appear. That's something different that you don't see in previous Chargers regimes either. Nice play by Poona Ford. Let's circle back while we're waiting on that timeout. To some of those super chats. Marvin James with the 2 says J. Herb needs to start using his feet. I agree. BC, people acting like Texans suck. They're number 4. We squeaked into 5. This was always going to be a close game. Question is, who's going to tough it out? Yeah, it's going to be close. No matter what, no matter who wins, I believe it's going to be close. And right now, it's as close as it's going to get here in the first quarter, or the first half. Texans with a score here could take the lead by just 1 point. Chargers are going to do their best to not let that happen. Maintain the lead. $20 holla. Big love from BC. Bolt up, baby. Thank you so much, dude. 2nd and 11. In motions, Robert Woods. Can the Chargers defense bend but not break? It's going to be C.J. Stroud. He's going to fire underneath. Incomplete, looking for Stroud. And it was Cam Hart who bats that thing away. And now it's a 3rd and 11. A 3rd and 11. The Chargers getting a stop here would maintain the lead and still have time for a Justin Herbert effort. Can they get a stop here? It's going to be a 3rd and long for the Houston Texans. A 3rd and 11 for C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans with still a minute left on the clock. Tight formation by the Texans. C.J. Stroud. In motion is John Mechie. Stroud backs up, looks, fires over the middle very quickly. It's Nico Collins into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. And Houston will take the lead with 1 minute left on the clock here in the first half. Good play calling by the Houston Texans, finding a way to get their best playmaker, Nico Collins, open over the middle. He does the rest, taking it to the house. Kyle Karlstrom with the $10 hollow. There's no excuse for this game to be this close. These are the kinds of games where dumb mistakes keep the games close. I want to trust process. Sometimes the shadow of the past does loom. It does. It does. But this will be a close game. This will be a close game. Despite the victor, the Chargers only down by 1 point. And I have to assume the final score is going to be within one score as well. It's going to be tough fought. Chargers in the offense, they have to find a way to get some momentum. They have been very bottled up since the first quarter. They had a couple of really nice drives since then. They have not gotten very much space from the Houston Texans defense. They got to find a way to move the football. Got to find a way to move the football. Thank you for the $10 hollow once again, Kyle. That is a tough break by the Chargers and a big play. A huge drive by the Houston Texans. Jonathan Rabbit with a 10. Bend, but don't break. That can be said about the entire game, too. Bend, but don't break, Chargers. We bent here. The Chargers now trailing by 1 point. But let's not break. Let's follow this up with some nice momentum. We can take the lead back with a Cameron Dicker field goal or better. Still 2 timeouts, a full minute, and a Justin Herbert at quarterback. Can the Chargers find a way to score before going into the tunnel? Because that's something the Chargers have been really good at doing this season. Finding a little bit of momentum before going into the tunnel and then building on it in the second half. Can they find a way? Yeah, the announcers are showing us the play where the botched snap resulted in the first down over the middle of the field. Same drive they score their first touchdown on. And it's pretty tough out here for Chargers fans on that drive. Frankie Sanchez in the 5. Herbert has the most halves without a touchdown of any quarterback this year. Pray he shows up in the second half. I hope so as well. 1st and 10 Chargers. Now down by 1 point. At the 30-yard line they begin. And it's Herbert looking. Little bit of time. Fires on the run. And incomplete. Looking for DJ Chark. Chark looking for a flag. He's not going to get it. It'll be 2nd and 10. Herbert, for the first time in a while, has a little bit of time. Stingley did have a hand on him. There's going to be no flag there. 2nd and 10. Insane coverage by the Houston Texans this game. I will give them that. 2nd and 10. Herbert. It's a bull rush that's avoided by Herbert. Herbert's going deep down the... Oh, it was a wide open lad. That would have been a touchdown. Overthrown. Herbert barely got the ball away. A bull rush nearly obliterating Justin Herbert. Herbert avoids the sack, gets the ball off. But the timing thrown off. The throw too deep. And Ladd McConkey wishing for another shot at it. It's 3rd and 10. What is the crowd reacting to right now? Okay, there's a timeout being taken by the Chargers. They want another look at what they're doing. They want another look at it. Bolted Up Dodger says, remember, most of the season, we've been a second half team. I think it did kind of flip in the second half of the season, actually. Second half in the first half of the season. But in the second half of the season, we're hoping to see that version of them today. Bring out the lightsaber now. All right, Mrs. Director. Can we convert? Ooh, can we convert? 3rd and 10. I'm at the edge of my seat right now, too, man. Houston Texans Stadium is going nuts. Lots of Chargers fans in the stadium. I will give them that, too. Chargers fans traveled. I saw them all over Twitter today. 3rd and 10. Quentin Johnston in motion. Trio of receivers at the bottom of the formation. Justin Herbert steps back. On the run. Pocket collapse. Herbert on the run. Tosses it downfield. Looking for Quentin Johnston. Did he catch it? They're going to say incomplete. Did he catch it out of bounds? That's actually insane. Taking a second look at this play, Herbert found a way to get out of the pocket, throws on the run. He dropped it. It's a 4th and 10. Almost blocked again was the punt, and here come the Texans on the return. He's going to get tackled at the 35-yard line. With 27 seconds and 3 timeouts, Chargers cannot allow any points here. That would be the biggest failure of the half if they allow points with 30 seconds left to go. Come on, baby. Come on. So the Chargers only keeping the ball for 30 seconds on that possession. Eric Black says, this director, I think director needs a wearable Darth Vader helmet. But my hair.
I'm all about it.
1st and 10. CJ Stroud fires underneath. It's a couple of yards for John Mechie. They're at the Houston 36-yard line. 22 seconds on the clock. Come on, Chargers. Aaron Lawrence with the 5. We're known for having one bad quarter each game. Quarter 2 is done. Time to come back. Time to come back. Time to come back. 2nd and 6. It's CJ Stroud. Looking. Escapes the pocket. He's on the run. Avoids very many defenders. And gets into field goal range. The ball popped out, but I think his knee was down beforehand. Derwin James is on top of it. And C.J. Stroud, with some momentum, brings the Houston Texans in field goal range.
This feels like the end of a basketball game. Can we just run the clock down and just freaking get them to the locker room so they can figure everything out and adjust?
$13 seconds left. Chargers defense, you have to imagine, are just absolutely exhausted at this point. So right now they're at a 55-yard field goal distance. It's a 1st and 10 Texans. They've got 2 timeouts. It's a draw, a run for... That was not Joe Mixon. But it's only a 5-yard gain. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name. It's a 2nd and 5 for the Texans. Now with a 50-yard field goal in front of them. Come on, Chargers. CJ Stroud looking, fires over the middle. It's going to be complete, and that's going to make it a much easier field goal for the Texans, who burned their last time out. The Texans, with a lot of momentum, have come back from a 6-point deficit, likely to make this a 10-6 score before going into the tunnel. Still a lot of football left to play, even with the score here. But certainly doesn't feel good for Chargers fans going into the locker room. Khair Fairbairn with a 41-yard attempt. It's up, and it is good. Texans will take a 10-6 lead over the Chargers in the first half. Chargers just down by 4 points. It feels like a million. It feels like a million after the first half that we had. Chargers finding some momentum in the first quarter. Really haven't been able to move the football since then. And the Texans grabbing momentum and not letting go here in the second quarter, resulting in a 10-point second quarter for Houston. Just still 6 points for the Chargers. Justin Herbert and company not able to get their first touchdown of the game. It's going to be a tough one, but it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. Chargers second half have all the opportunity in the world to retake the momentum of the game and control of the game. But it's going to be tough sledding, man. If the Chargers offense can't find a way to put it in the end zone, it's going to be a tough game for this defense who continues to try and find opportunities for Justin Herbert and the O. Here's the return by the Chargers. And Darius Davis going to try and bring it out. And Davis stopped inside the 15. And Darius Davis, unfortunately, looking like he's in pain. This isn't good, dude. $12's in the chat for our guy Darius Davis, man. It's all falling apart. That is a tough break for Darius Davis, man. Backup returners, I think was Kamani, but he's not active this game. Haskins and Ladd, I think. Darius Davis is jogging off the field. I think he's okay. He actually looks fine. I don't know what that was about. Maybe it was a dislocate. That's what a dislocation looks like. Remember when I would dislocate my knee all the time? What did it look like?
It was
like that.
It was like
it
that,
looked like that,
but louder, more dramatic.
It looked like that. Well, Chargers fans, how do we feel? I know it feels like we're down 1,000,000 points, but in reality, we're down 4. Okay, down 4 points. We should be up multiple scores at this point, but the Chargers' second quarter just did not go our way. Game is still far from over, though, man. A whole lot of football left to play. Again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Chargers have been a very strong second-half team in the last leg of the season. Can they bring it back one more time here versus the Houston Texans? Let us know your frustrations. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below as we take a break to give you guys a word from our sponsor, ExpressVPN. Real quick, Joseph Hermie with the 2. Do you think we're able to make the adjustments? I do. Chargers teams of years past, I don't think we're able to. But lately it feels like the Chargers, yes, have been a very capable adjustment team. And they got their work cut out for them after what was a very strong start, very lackluster finish in the first half, but an opportunity to bounce back now in the second half. We'll be right back. Wait, one more from Mike Gee. Says Herbert is making all the haters correct. He's just not clutch. Stroud showed us he is, but a lot of football left to play for Justin Herbert to change that narrative around one more time. Don't panic quite yet, Chargers fans. If we were down 2 scores, I'd say it's probably over. But at this point, it doesn't feel that way to me, at least. Not how you start, it's how you finish. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor, ExpressVPN. Football. The lifeblood of the American people. Unfortunately, it's insanely difficult to actually watch football right now. Sure, we won the battle with cable TV, but at what cost? Look at this. This is by NBC New York. You need Peacock, Amazon Prime, Netflix, ESPN Plus, and the big one, YouTube TV with NFL Sunday Ticket. It all adds up to a staggering $857. And here's the kicker. You'll still run into blackouts. I'm sorry, that's just not for me. I'm sticking to old reliable NFL Game Pass. Imagine for a second that if the NFL had a reasonably priced subscription service that gave you access to every single game, no blackouts, no jumping between different subscription services every week. That's annoying. You turn it on, there you go, NFL football. You know what? It exists. It's called NFL Game Pass. Something I've used for a long time, and honestly the way it should be in purchasing NFL content. Let's be real. All that other stuff is goofy and ridiculous. Here's the problem though. NFL Game Pass is not available in the United States. This is only available to international audiences, which is absolutely crazy to me. Fortunately, though, it's something that we can get around. So if you're cool with jumping through a few hoops, I'll show you how to watch NFL football at a fraction of the cost of Sunday Ticket and all that other stuff. Here's how it works. Basically, we're going to bounce our signal to a country that has access to the glorious NFL Game Pass app. We need a VPN. For those of you who don't know what a VPN is, it's just a little tool that helps you put your signal somewhere else, keeps you safe from cyber threats, gives you access to all sorts of internet content that's otherwise exclusive to other places in the world, stuff like Netflix shows, Amazon, etc., etc. But we're here for the NFL, man, and man, this has been my tried and true method for years and years and years. So no more fluff. Here's how it's done. Step 1, grab a VPN. I'm not going to tell you which, it's a free country, but I've used several myself trying to make sure this method works. The best one for me has by far and away been ExpressVPN, because you want a VPN that's fast, gives you the best quality of live football while watching the game. So hit up expressvpn.com, or better yet, use my link in the description. That'll get you a better deal, secure you 3 free months. Very simple to sign up, super cheap, and trust me, it's worth it. It'll save you a lot of headaches down the road. And if for whatever reason this is all too complicated, or you run into a roadblock, you can absolutely get your money back with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Help minimize the risk here. All right, so you got ExpressVPN, you downloaded the app. Please make sure the app is up to date before doing this next step. Pretty important. Step 2, you're going to open up ExpressVPN and connect to a country that has access to NFL Game Pass. See this one? Das is good. Das is very good. That's the one, okay? I would do that one. At this point, you exist in that wonderful land, and you can now go to this step, which is go to DAZN.com. I think that's how you say it. DAZN, DAZN, DAZN.com. At this point, it's super simple. Again, with the VPN active, go create an account. You'll then be greeted by this page. You're going to want to go ahead and select Super Sports, that package right there. It includes the NFL. It's got a couple other cool things like NBA, etc., etc. So if it's your cup of tea, you got a couple extra sports you have access to right there. Me, I'm here for NFL football. At this point, you can go yearly or monthly. Since I'm a broke boy, I'm going to go with the monthly package, which, let's be honest, a lot of us only really need this for like 4 or 5 months anyway. For those of you who are wondering, those prices convert to roughly around the same. Maybe a buck or two more. And at this point, it's time to pay up. Now, again, if you're not sure if this is going to work, I would highly recommend going with the monthly just to make sure everything's good and working. We understand how to lay the land, at which point you put in your information. I don't know if other payment methods work. I just used a credit card. It went through just fine. And boom, you're in. At this point, you can go ahead and scroll through a lot of the catalog here. Again, there's other sports, but in terms of the NFL, there's games already listed on the slate there. You can watch NFL Network right off the bat right now. But keep in mind, to watch every single game, you might have to add on NFL Game Pass, because right now you have DAZN. To do that, you'll go here, you'll see this page, and you'll think to yourself, oh man, Director, another, what, 17, 18 bucks a month? Trust me, it's worth it. And I'm not even sure if you have to do that. You'll still get access to a bunch of other games. I just happen to want every game all the time, everywhere, and no blackouts. And again, even if you add all this stuff up, it's still way cheaper than adding up all the other things to get access to football. Little math here. DAZN, 27 bucks a month. But worth it. NFL Game Pass, 18 bucks a month. A VPN, roughly 7 bucks a month. This all adds up to about 52 bucks a month. You times that by 4 for the regular season. That's like $200 instead of $850, folks. While also avoiding like a billion subscription services that you'll probably forget to cancel anyway. As an added cherry on top, you can pay for it monthly. If you want Sunday Ticket, it's going to be big bananas up front. At this point, you're good to go. You can access the catalog. Everything's up and running. Just a few tips here, okay? Please make sure your VPN is fired up before logging into DAZN.com. If not, you'll get a prompt like, you're not from around these parts, are you? Or however you say it in German. As long as you're logged into the app in the same location you made your account, you should have access. Another tip, there's apps. Glorious apps for ExpressVPN. What I like to do is an extension on Google Chrome. I especially enjoy it on my phone, so I can send the game straight to my TV when I got company over. It may still also work on a Fire Stick. I don't remember. Either way, this is the best surefire way way to get the biggest bang for your buck. No blackouts, no jumping through hoops of different subscription services every week. Just log into the VPN, log into DAZN.com, get watching football. Simple enough, and it won't cost you an arm, leg, and your firstborn. Please remember to use my link in the description for ExpressVPN.com or code DIRECTOR at checkout. Help me help you. It's football season, baby. Huge shout out to our sponsor, ExpressVPN. Still the best way to catch football week in and week out. All right, Bowl fam. Big game. Big game. Big stakes. Big plays needed. How we feel about the first half. Honestly, if you were to take a look at the first half per quarter, they're night and day from each other. Chargers first quarter looked unstoppable. Defense looked unstoppable. Plays were being made. 2 turnovers for the Chargers defense. Second quarter, everything kind of got thrown on its head. It really feels like one play changed the course of this game in the second quarter, and it was that botched snap that C.J. Stroud turned into a, 30, 40-yard first down over the middle of the field. Got to find a way to put that out of our minds and play to the caliber that they were in the first quarter. What does this team need to bounce back in the second half? The Chargers more than capable of being a second half team, but got to find a way to simplify things. Make the plays. Calm down. The mistakes, these are probably the big things adding up to the Chargers' demise right now. The Will Dissly drop over the middle of the field, killing that drive. The mistakes in terms of Justin Herbert maybe not looking or studying the field as efficiently as we've seen in games past. He's definitely not having his best game of the season. Only 8 of 20 for 97 yards and an interception. Justin Herbert needs a confidence boost going into the second half. Truly, he's struggling right now. And I feel like this game depends on whether or not number 10 of the offense can shake it off and be the quarterback that we know he can be. Justin Herbert is one of the best quarterbacks in all of football. He's not playing like it right now. He's got the opportunity to change that in the second half. I think he just needs to relax and find a way just to deliver the ball, make the play. It's going to be tough, right? Only 1 sack so far. Could be a lot worse, but the Houston Texans defense is throwing a lot at Justin Herbert this game. And so far, for lack of a better term, it's working. It's getting home. Chargers got to find a way to slow that down, get Justin Herbert comfortable again, and just allow the plays to come, man. Got to find a way to allow the plays to come. Run game also not seeing a whole lot of room for either side. Both defenses clamping up very well versus the pass, at least in the first quarter and a half. They really turned it on in the last half of that second quarter, where Nico Collins now 4 for 68 and a touchdown. Definitely going to be tough. Chargers defense, they've been doing a lot of work. They need to continue doing a lot of work in the second half in order to give Justin Herbert an opportunity to bounce back, which is unfortunate because so far they've had an incredible game. They're going to have an even better game going into the second half. But it really does, to me, feel like this entire game, it's on the shoulders of Justin Herbert and his ability to bounce back, shake it off, and find success and find familiarity with his true self, his old self. We know how good he can be. He's got to get back to that form in the second half. Let's grab some of these super chats we missed while we were gone. We got one coming in from Joel, $5 Hollis says, I'm at the game right now. Houston and the crowds have hella momentum. It's got me worried. It's a playoff game, and we knew this coming in. It's going to be tough going out.
In the second half.
Have to wait and see. We're in commercial break right now. Anthony Mendoza, welcome to the crew. Tim Thede, $2 Holly. I got a question, Director. What is going on with ASJ? We just don't know, I think is the short answer. We'll have to wait and see what happens. The Chargers, they've already used up all their IR activations, so there's no way he comes back, even if the Chargers do advance after this week. Bryce Elmer with the 5. Harbaugh should have gone for it with the 10 when we had momentum. Too conservative for the playoffs. That could be true, but also 6 points for the majority of the first half looks like a good idea as well. We'll have to see, because in a mostly defensive, oriented matchup, 6 points is extremely valuable. But we'll have to see how that turns out at the very end, because you could be versus an opponent like, let's say, Mahomes and the Chiefs. You are absolutely correct. In a matchup like this, it's a little bit more up in the air, determining what the coaches and everybody saw in terms of film and how they predicted this game to come about. And right now, it feels like it's very defensive with just a 6-10 score going into the half. Steve Simmons, what's up, Steve? Hey, I hope he had some luck at least today in the underdog. He says, I'm confident Jim will adapt in the second half. $20 holla behind that as well. Steve, thank you so much, man. Again, Chargers fans, I'm sick to my stomach as well. At my core, I'm just a Chargers fan, same as everybody. I'm nervous. I'm anxious. I'm all the things here with you guys. I want this football team to win. But at the same time, I have to tell you guys, as the spokesperson of the show and the voice of reason in the chat, when you take a step back and you really analyze the situation, the Chargers are a different football team this year. Jim Harbaugh, like Steve said, will adapt in the second half better than any other coach that we've had for very many seasons. So logically, hope is
Let's lock in.
Justified.
Thank you for everything you do, Director. Appreciate the love as an out-of-state Chargers fan.
Hey, first off, thank you so much, Steve Simmons. $20 holla. Big love to a longtime supporter of the stream. We believe in Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. Jermaine Ev with the 5, been a fan for 23 years. My PTSD is winning right now. I'm trying to believe in Harbaugh to turn this around, but I've seen it too many times. I understand that. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I've been there with you guys. The Chargers getting ready to kick this thing away to the Houston Texans right now. And Houston,
hey man, we can do this,
is going to start at the 30-yard line after the touchback. Tristan Friedman with the $20 haul. Let's lock in. Thank you for everything you do, Director. Appreciate the love. As an out-of-state Chargers fan, hey, big love, Tristan. $20 holla, and big love to our guy, Tristan, man. Huge support. And big love, man. It's definitely been a season. It's been an up and down season. Mostly up, I'll say. Like I said at the top of the show, I'm just so happy to be here, man. Despite whatever the result may be, we are blessed as Chargers fans to go from a 5-win team to a playoff team. Whatever happens. I'm hoping for a win, but we've come a long way. Here comes the next play. It's Mixon. Picks up 5. It'll be second and medium coming up in just a moment. Let's go back and grab one more. I want to make sure we didn't miss. Thank you so much again, Tristan. $20 haul. That's huge, man. Thank you so much. Tom W. with the 5. This game just goes to show how aggressive we need to be on offense in the draft and free agency. Yeah, you know what? We're going to have $100 million to do a lot of work with in the season as well, too. We're going to have some of the most money in the entirety of the NFL this upcoming free agency period. 2nd and 5. It's the Texans. Tight formation. It's another run, and absolutely bottled up over the middle. It's Poona Ford having an awesome game versus the Texans. Big man makes another big play. One more time, it's Director's biggest fan. $10 holla. That's a flex to my wife sitting next to me. That profile exists. Says, hey, man, can we do this? We can do this, man. I believe. We believe. Let's make it happen, dude. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. 3rd and 5. CJ Stroud. CJ trying to avoid the pressure. Finds Nico over the middle for a huge gain. And he's going to be down at the 25-yard line. Chargers defense needs to turn it back on from the first quarter, man. They need to turn it on. Thank you so much, Director's biggest fan. Appreciate the love, my man. We got one coming in from Bolt Boy Tommy with $2 haul. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. Anthony Mendoza with the 5. All the analysts giving us the for sure win is what made me scared all week. Praying for the takeaway to start the half. I do too, man. So far, not starting off so good. Everybody's hoping that we got... Yeah, they are tired. 1st and 10. It's a pass underneath to Joe Mixon, who lost the football. He fumbled it. There's a flag.
Mrs. Director, we can do this.
He fumbled it for sure. And the Chargers have it. There's a flag. This could be huge. Wait a minute. They say the Chargers have it, but what's the flag? What's the flag? What's in the box? Please.
Hey.
Holding on the offense. Oh! The Chargers force the fumble. It's their third turnover on defense this game. You can wipe away the huge plays by the Texans. And it's Joe Mixon, the man who never fumbles. And Tony Jefferson, the one that forces it. Let's go! 23's in the chat for Tony Jefferson, the man who came out of retirement to play for this Chargers defense. Oh, my goodness. After a gut-wrenching blow from Nico Collins, the Chargers turn it right around and say, not today, baby. Not today. Anthony was praying for the takeaway, and he got it. Meanwhile, we missed one from Karen. $20 holla. Hey, director and Mrs. Director, we can do this. We can do this, Karen. We can do this. Second half of Chargers football off to a great start. Chargers forced the fumble. And here we go. Karen, $20 holla. Big love and thank you so much. Thank you, Karen. Here comes 1st and 10. It's a play action. Justin Herbert's got a little time. He's firing deep. It's Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey picks up some nice yards and maybe some extra afterwards with a face mask. That might be, dude, that might be like a 30-yard play with the face mask penalty. It's going to be a face mask on the defense. That's a 32-yard gain for the Chargers with the face mask tacked on top of it. And just like that, the Chargers are in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Anthony Mendoza said, prayers answered. Prayers answered, my friend. Prayers answered. Come on, baby. Come on, Chargers. We got to turn this thing around, man. Chargers can absolutely be a second-half team. Come on, Justin. Chargers lining up. Looks like they're going to run it. It's Gus Edwards in the backfield. Herbert audibling. 3 seconds on the play clock. 2, 1. It's a handoff. It's Gus Edwards, and Edwards pushes forward and picks up 4 yards or so. It's a 2nd and 6 for the Chargers offense. Solid gain there. But what a play. We're rewatching the replay of Joe Mixon, and that fumble, if I recall correctly, Joe Mixon does not fumble the football very often. Big play by Tony Jefferson, the vet, to get in there. 2nd and 6. Chargers got the football firmly in Houston territory. They can take the lead with a touchdown. 2nd and 6. Gus Edwards still in at running back. It's another carry. Gus Edwards forcing his way forward. Picks up another 4 yards, and it's going to be a 3rd and 2 for the Chargers offense. Can they convert and open an opportunity for a touchdown this drive? That would be a huge, huge score for this team. Come on, baby. Y'all are saying 4 down territory. Could very well be that. Chargers probably not too shy from taking the 1-point deficit if they can either. Have to wait and see what they decide to do. Let's see if we can get this first down. Texans playing very close to the line of scrimmage. It's a run, and it's stuffed. The Texans saw it coming. Number 0 is going to stuff Gus Edwards. They sent everybody. And it's a 4th and short. Do the Chargers go for it? Jim Harbaugh. Do we capitalize on the turnover, take the points, or do we try to provide that spark on offense and go for it on 4th and short? This is a huge decision. Chargers are going for it. This is massive. Texans stacking the box, playing close. You're going to see a blitz here. 4th and 2. It's Herbert. Herbert, play action, fires. It's caught by Quentin Johnston, but it is short. The coverage was unbelievable by Derek Stingley. And the Texans will turn the ball over. They'll start with the ball at the 33-yard line. I see what Coach Harbaugh was trying to do there, trying to provide some momentum for his football team. It just did not go their way. Oh man.
Yeah, it's hard. It feels like it's always on the defense to swing that momentum at this point, and they're doing a great job of keeping up with their end of the bargain, but it's, yeah, the offense needs to do something to kind of shift,
swing.
The pendulum. There you go. Yeah, it's, the defense is getting tired, and they're the best players on our team right now. So, yeah.
What do you think? I think at the moment, I see what he was trying to do, get momentum, but I kind of felt like maybe the field goal was probably the right call there. 1 point, you can take a lead with the field goal later if you have to, because right now the Chargers just have not been very good inside the red zone. I don't know. I may have thought about it, especially since that was coming off the back of a turnover.
Yeah, I think that we either should have done a quarterback sneak there or we should have gone for the field goal. I mean, you're not going to get as big of a momentum shift getting a field goal every time, but I mean, I don't understand. I didn't understand that play. Like, I understand what he was trying to do momentum-wise, but like they said, Quentin Johnston wasn't even lined up at the
line.
Yeah, he wasn't even at the line. So it didn't really work. It didn't work the way that they wanted it to.
Incredible catch. He just wasn't able to progress after that because of the incredible coverage by Derek Stingley.
Yeah, I mean, he caught it, which is always great, but he just wasn't on the line, and he should have been, and he wasn't. So yeah, I don't really get that, but I think obviously a field goal would have been better than that.
Yeah, it feels like right now the name of the game, the theme of this game has been momentum, and right now the Houston Texans, they protected it with that play. The Chargers were just starting to sneak in there with some momentum, and they got taken away at the last second due to the fact that we turned the ball over. That's why I was kind of like, let's protect that momentum with the three-point try instead. Let's grab some of these super chats, man, as we get into this next drive by the Houston Texans. Jeff Aries with the 2 says, bad game by GR and Herbie. Bad time to do it, too. Yeah, definitely a tough break by the Chargers there. Pickles with the $5 haul. Justin Herbert needs to start running before this game gets out of hand. I agree. I think the Chargers' best opportunity to get the offense going is probably Justin Herbert's mobility. I'm definitely not going to disagree with that. And Chase with the 5. Greg Roman calls plays. We'll come back to that in just a second. Here comes C.J. Stroud. Stroud on the run. Stroud's going to be short of the first down, but picks up 8 yards. It'll be second and short coming up. Pass plays behind the sticks. This man's awful. If Harbaugh keeps him, no faith in the future. It could be an evaluation portion. It really, really could be. Evaluation at the end of the season. And these key moments could determine whether or not they stick with him or move on to a new offensive coordinator. It's second and 4. Only a 6-yard gain because of the slide on C.J. Stroud. They have the ball at the 40-yard line. It'll be a second and 4. Swinging. Nope, it's a screen, a wide receiver screen, caught from behind. Tier Tart somehow catches up to Nico Collins. Guys, Nico was gone. And Tier Tart, I don't know, that man's got to be 300-something pounds, somehow catches up to Nico Collins and drags him down. It's going to be a first down, yes, but it could have been a whole lot worse as Nico had blockers and space. We got to give some 90s in the chat for our guy Tier Tart, man. He's having a fantastic game despite the score. First and 10, Texans. They've got the football now. I think around the 50-yard line. It's C.J. Stroud looking, passes over the middle, and it'll be complete. It's number 87 of the Texans who brings it in for a first down. Now in Chargers territory. The Texans now around the 40, 45-yard line of the Chargers. The momentum just firmly in the wheelhouse of Houston offensively. The Chargers defense, who looked so on fire in the first half, have been struggling ever since that botched snap by C.J. Stroud in the second quarter. Here's C.J. Stroud. He'll step back, fires over the middle. Once again, it is complete. And the Chargers defense this time does swarm. But Cam Hart a little slow to get up. Here come the training staff to take a look at him. 20s in the chat for our guy, Cam Hart. Grabbing at his wrist, it would appear. It actually looks like Cam Hart. He was trying to get low for a tackle. Ended up accidentally going helmet to helmet. He's likely coming to the sideline to be looked at for a concussion. Cody Austin with the $5 holla. Got to start having that conversation that Herbert isn't good in big games. It could be true. It could be true. I'm not going to completely dismiss it. But this is going to be a tough game for any quarterback considering the pressure that's being generated by Houston. Houston is just getting in over and over and over and over again. But both can be true. Both can be true. Justin needs to find a way to clutch up. And he has still a lot of time to prove that in the second half, but the second half's going by a lot faster than the first half did. We are already 8 minutes into the third quarter. It feels like it took forever for that to happen in the first quarter. 20's in the chat while they look at Cam Hart. Standout Chargers corner from this year's stellar draft class of rookies, including Tarheeb Still, Joe Alton, Lad McConkey. Can the Chargers find a way to turn this around is the big question. It feels like it has been all Texans since that botched snap by C.J. Stroud.
Which is proof that we can turn it around because it just takes one play to completely swing momentum.
Isn't that funny? How it's the opponent that proves to us that it is possible for everything to be turned around in one drive. One play, one drive. It can quickly turn things in the Chargers' favor. Right now, it's firmly Texans, but it's not too late to turn that around. It really isn't. It really isn't. Yeah, I don't know either. We need to find a way. Chargers now, at the very minimum, looking at a 13-6 score. Feels like the Texans are very firmly in for a field goal attempt at least. If it's 17-6, we're definitely in trouble. Chargers have to find a way to bend, not break here. It's actually a huge drive for them here not to allow a touchdown. Keeping it within one score is so pivotal to the success of the rest of this game. Got to find a way. Got to find a way. Eric Black with the $2 holla. Think of the Falcons game. Think of the Falcons game. Bro, Bikes with the $2 holla. We have 3 turnovers. What are we doing? Yeah, I know. I think at this point, again, I'm going to reiterate this. I think the Chargers need to protect momentum whenever they can find it. That's kind of the name of the game for me. Here comes Joe Mixon. Nice cut to the outside. Mixon forced out of bounds by Alohi Gilman after picking up the first down. Firmly in field goal position now and red zone position now at the 19-yard line. The Texans drive. Again, bend but don't break here, Chargers. A touchdown would be very, very bad right now. 17-6, very tough to make up that ground. 13-6, I think you still have a strong pulse. 1st and 10, Houston. Injury update from Miguel. Says Cam Hart shoulder is questionable to return. Shoulder injury for Cam Hart. Here comes the next run. Joe Mixon. Mixon all the way inside the 10. Lots of room up the middle for Joe Mixon, who's looking to score, but there is a flag. Holding on the offense, Chargers. We are brought a huge or cut a huge break here. Holding by Titus Howard is going to bring that back and force a 1st and 15. This is the opportunity the defense needed to bend but not break. This is where it happens. This is where it starts. Come on, Chargers. You cannot let up a touchdown right now. Cannot let up a touchdown. Come on, baby. Come on, Chargers. This is the spark. This is the opportunity. This is the window. It's 1st and 15. CJ, play action,
Get
looking,
him!
fires, deep ball, down the sideline, intercepted! Derwin James! Derwin James has it! He's returning it! Derwin down past the 30, the 40, Derwin James! Oh my God! It's not over! It's not over! Derwin James, and just like that, the momentum has swung again! Oh!
One play.
That one play, that one moment, he was down. It's going to be a touchback, I feel. He was running it back, but we still have the football, baby. Let's go! Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And they're going to say unnecessary roughness at the end of that play. It's another 15 yards for the Chargers. Are you kidding me? I need to see that chat fill up with threes right now, man. Threes and lightning bolts. Get that chat moving, dude. Get that chat moving for Derwin James, man. This has been one of his best seasons ever. And here he comes with one of the biggest plays of his career. $5, this is where having a vocal leader comes into play, which Herbert could light a fire under the offense. This is the spark you need. This is the spark you need to get that momentum firmly back in the hands of the lightning bolts, baby.
Offense.
Come on, offense. That's 4 turnovers for the Chargers. We've got to go out there and get the lead. Come on, O. Come on, offense. Derwin, he took some reps at wide receiver. That's all I'm going to say.
He looks so hyped right now. And just throw him on the offense. Like, let's just go.
Get Derwin in there at wide receiver, man. So right now they're taking a look at all of the different aspects that made up that play. They're going to determine where that football is at the end of the day. What a huge play for this team. Pegasus coming back in with a $20 holla. I feel like I dodged a 1940s-style German artillery bombardment. The whistles were coming. There's Pegasus. Hits us with the Matrix dodge. Thank you so much, Pegasus. I appreciate that, dude. It feels like the Chargers found a way to create an opportunity for themselves. It felt like it was firmly in the hands of the Houston Texans. This is what we needed. Derwin James, this is why he's one of the biggest impact players on this roster. Come on, baby.
All right, offense. I want to see Herbert running. But not getting hurt, but running.
Offense's turn. I think you and the chat, everybody here, we're correct. Justin Herbert needs to roll out. The Texans are going to continue to send heat, to send pressure, send blitzes. Got to find a way to get guys open underneath and get Justin Herbert some extra time to get them open because, yeah, the coverage has also been, despite what we were thinking about, the offensive line, he needs more time, this and that, the coverage has also been incredible today. Derek Stingley, Kamari Lassiter, these corners came to play. We've got to find a way to get these guys open and help out Justin Herbert because as much as this game is on the back of Justin Herbert, it is also on the back of these receivers to create space, improvise, and get open. Go out there, find a way to move the football, and get that lead back, Lightning Bolts. Come on. We got to grab a super chat real quick. We got one coming in from Red. By the way, Pegasus, thank you so much again, man. I appreciate that immensely. Did we miss one up here? The vocal leader one. Thank you so much for that one too, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you. We got one coming in from Red. Says, we are winning the turnover battle. We have to win this. Come on, offense. We need you. That's a huge part of it, man. The Chargers defense, they came to play, and they're holding up their end of the bargain. We have got to find a way for the offense to pull their weight in this one, too. Yes, Mrs. Director.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I feel like with Herbert, when he runs, for me, that's when I see the momentum kind of switch the most. He seems to find this level of confidence when he moves the ball himself. And I understand we don't want him to get injured. We don't, all of that. And I think that's a reason why he doesn't. Oh, hold on.
Wait. Did they just bring that turnover back? There's no way they just did that.
Let's go.
The refs are taking away
Director,
the
we know we
interception.
believe, brother.
Wow. Okay, so the penalty still counts. We have to be quick with this because the Texans are about to snap the ball. It's a 2nd and 30, but they took away the Chargers' interception because they say he didn't survive the ground, which honestly, you could have called it either way. You probably could have called it either way. Did not go the Chargers' way, unfortunately. It's still Houston's football. That's actually crazy. It's still a 2nd and 30. Chargers got a good opportunity to get off the field defensively here still, though. It's not over. 2nd and 30 is still pretty huge. 2nd and 30 is still massive, man. Come on, defense. Play mad now, dude. Don't be defeated. Play mad. They took away a huge play for this team. 2nd and 30.
Get there. Get the ball back.
It is a C.J. Stroud scramble. He's going to pick up 5 or 6. But there is a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Maybe holding? Holding by the offense. That pushes them back to 2nd and 40. So the Chargers, they have to play as clean as they can right now. Do not hold. Do not force a flag or penalty that gives them a free first down. That's the only way they convert this, is if the Chargers mess up. We got some super chats we got to go back and read here in just a second, man. Some big ones. What's NOK? Is that Norwegian? Is that what is NOK? What's the name? Jet Teal? That's cool, man. Big love. 2nd and 40. This is still huge. This could push him out of field goal range if the Chargers play this right. 2nd and 40. Joey Bosa offsides. Stroud's going to free throw this, and it's still going to be 15 yards. Incomplete. They got Bosa jumping off sides. Fortunately, it should still be a 3rd down. Second down. So it's still 2nd and 35. Bosa. He's getting caught a lot on that one. Jetil with the 200 NOK holla. Says bolt up from, it is Norwegian. Norway, let's go. Hey, big love. Thank you so much. Big bolt up from Norway. That's awesome, man. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 35. There is some pressure, and Joe Mixon is going to be brought down after a pickup of, that had to be 10 yards, maybe 12 yards. Tarheeb still is going to be the one to tackle him. It's still 3rd and 22. And you're still looking at a long field goal opportunity here for the Texans. But again, bend but don't break is kind of the name of the game here. Chargers could not give up a touchdown. A field goal is manageable. A touchdown feels like the game could be over. Izzy Perro with the $20 holla. Director, we will win. Believe, brother. We believe. $20 holla. We believe, baby. 3rd and 22. Stroud finds Nico Collins. Picks up another 10. But it's going to be well short, and the Texans likely are going to pick up a 3-point try here. Correction, it was number 82 of the Houston Texans. It's a 4th and 10. $37-yarder. Very makeable for Kyer Fairbairn. It's up, it's in, it's good. Houston takes a 13-6 lead over the Chargers. Chargers still technically a touchdown away from tying or taking the lead. But that was a gut punch, man. From 0 points to 3 points. Derwin James, man. That one's going to be tough. Chargers fans are going to be talking about that one all week. Despite what the result of this game is, Chargers fans are going to talk about that reffing decision to take that ball back and put it in the hands of the Houston Texans to get those 3 points. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I saw the replay too, dude. I guess you could technically call that incomplete, but man, for me, that was at least a little bit of a stretch. That was a little bit of a stretch. Either way, Chargers will get the ball back on offense, and this kind of feels like the drive for me. If the Chargers can't find momentum right now, if Justin Herbert can't find that fire right now, that spark right now, it feels like the game may be a little out of hand at this point. The Chargers need to find momentum offensively. They have got to carry their weight in this playoff matchup, man. The defense have been playing out of their mind. The offense needs to step up and put some points on the board. How do we make that happen? Like Mrs. Director and everybody says,
run,
get Herbert to run the ball.
run.
Because that blitz is coming. You know it's coming. That pick was, that was a pick. And it was a crazy interception too, man. That should have been a highlight playoff Derwin James, for the record interception. But it didn't happen, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
And Herbert looks super stressed. He looks very stressed. So he needs to find some confidence. And I feel like that's it. That's the way he does it. He runs, and that's how he gets that confidence back. And every single time that he gets a first down from running, the game swaps. Like it totally shifts. And so I think that's exactly what needs to happen.
I saw that a lot when I was putting together the trailer. I went through a lot of the games and their highlights, and when Justin Herbert ran versus the Raiders, the Bengals, the Browns, the Titans, there's this big old stupid smile on his face every single time he does, and I do think it could very much so be something that he needs to get his groove back in this game. Wonkabah with the $10 holla. Offense needs to lock in ASAP. This game is so winnable. Bolt up, baby. It is so winnable. So winnable. We got to make it happen. Come on, baby. This game also being broadcast on Nickelodeon. You see the slime out there?
I want this.
Who's going to be returning it for the Chargers here? Is Darius Davis still okay? I think he returned it earlier, did he not? It's going to be... Can't quite tell yet. I think it is Darius Davis, and he's going to be brought out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Bolt Deadpool with the $5 holla. Let's score a touchdown and tie this up. Please. Come on, offense. This defense has played literally out of their minds this game. The offense has to find it right now. We have got to score a touchdown.
Hey.
Yeah, there's Cameron Dick, or Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee.
Yes.
We were all out there voting for him these past couple of weeks.
Dude, I've been spamming trying to get him into the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. 1st and 10. We have to find momentum now, offense. You've got to do it. This is the time now. It's J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins stuffed at the line. It's Murray who makes the play. 2nd and long coming up for the Chargers. We have got to find a way to move this football. The Chargers' run game, important to try and keep it involved, but it is just not working at this point.
Not working.
Is just not working at this point. Got to because the Chargers, their bread and butter is the play action. That's, I feel like, why they're still running the football. But I don't know if the Texans are biting anymore. It's 2nd and 10. Darius Davis swinging. Justin Herbert has to get rid of the football. It's Darius Davis with a blocker. Darius Davis tries to get a bunch of speed in there. And he's going to be down. There was a worry about a fumble very, very late. I was like, nah, he was down. It'll be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. No. Chargers offense. They need something. This is such an important conversion right here, 3rd and 6. This is so important. Come on, Justin Herbert. 5 wide. Risky with the way Houston's been rushing, and it's going to cost them. It's a sack.
He almost took off, too. He almost did. And he just waited too long. I don't know what there's such a hesitation in him today. And it's costing big time.
It's all year, just absolutely eating up there. And the Chargers got to punt this thing away. Chargers 3 and out within that was like 30 seconds. Fair catch called for. They're going to get the ball inside the 40. Not the best punt. And it feels like the Texans are running away with this one. She says, and then they show SpongeBob and you can't be mad anymore. And I constantly look back at the photo of me and my best friend losing our minds at meeting Tom Kenny. First and 10. I want so badly Justin Herbert to get his first playoff win. I cannot give up yet, dude. Here comes Joe Mixon. Solid gain. Tackled by Dan Henley. It'll be second and medium. I want so badly for Herbert to get his first playoff win, man. We're one score behind. And the defense has just been unbelievable. Herbert needs to step it up, dude. He needs to step it up. Yeah, interior offensive line has been really bad, too. This is what happens when Texans are underestimated. It is true. Yeah, this is the Houston Texans. Second and 5. Oh, what a play. Tony Jefferson, who already forced a fumble earlier, tackles the man well behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 3rd and long all of a sudden. Tony Jefferson has been one of the best out-of-retirement signings I've seen in a long time, dude. It actually worked. It never works. It actually worked. 3rd and 9. And the defense get off the field. Cam Hart questionable to return with a shoulder injury. They're showing on the screen right now. 3rd and 9. Can the Chargers defense get off the field, please? Please make me believe. Make me believe, Chargers. Watch out for the bottom receiver. Nico Collins motioning in. Watch out for Nico. Here's CJ. CJ. He's going to pass underneath. And nicely wrapped up by Dan Henley. It's a 4th down at the 44-yard line. You have to imagine that they're going to try and get the Chargers to jump off sides. So watch out for them to line up again. But a nice wrapped-up tackle by Dan Henley, one of the most underrated linebackers in all of the NFL. What do the Texans do? Are they going to try and drive them off sides? It looks like they're just lining up to punt. Watch out for the fake. All I'm going to say is I got a feeling, watch out for the fake. And it is up. And looks like out of bounds. Might be a bad punt by the Texans, which is fortunate for the Chargers because they could have pinned them deep. Instead, we get the ball at the 24-yard line. Come on, offense. We have maybe 2 plays in the last 20 seconds of the third quarter if we complete them. redcross.org/NFL if any of you want to contribute to the efforts of the LA disaster, the LA fires. 1st and 10. Ladd McConkey in motion. Come on, Justin. Come on, Justin. Come on, Justin. Come on. It's 1st and 10. Herbert. Intercepted. And it's on its way back. Pick 6. Looking for Ladd McConkey. It was too high. And Murray intercepts it for the pick six. Give as much credit to the defensive line as the secondary, Eric Murray, for that interception. Once again in Justin Herbert's face as he released that ball. You got to imagine the Texans came into this game with a plan to make Justin Herbert uncomfortable, which what is insane to me is that Herbert now with, what would this be? 5 interceptions on the season, 2 of them in this game alone. Your score 6-20, and the Chargers in a hole that feels too deep to crawl out of now will need a miracle to come back in the fourth quarter. Game's not over yet, but it feels firmly in the grip of the Houston Texans at the moment. Jermaine F. with the 5. Time to have that talk about Herbert. I'm definitely not there yet, but playoffs, that's where you need your top 5 quarterback, and right now, Herbert does not look that way today. $2 this was the offensive coordinator's fault. It could be. And this is something we're going to talk a whole lot about in the offseason, is what we do at OC. What's insane to me, though, is that, like, deep in my heart, I'm like, dude, we made it here. There's still a whole quarter. Don't give up. Don't give up. It feels like, it does look like Justin Herbert is dead inside. But I can't let myself give up yet.
Let the boy run the ball. Let him run the ball.
At this point, man, like, why not, you know?
I mean, yes, there is the fear of injury, yes, but we are losing this game, which means they want to keep him healthy for playoffs. We have to keep moving through the playoffs. Let him run and get his confidence back.
An animal is most dangerous when its back is against the wall. Red with a 2. Can't take another off season of Justin can't win. I know, dudes. But the fact of the matter is we made it to the postseason. Step 1 of very many in the Jim Harbaugh era. But I don't want to go out like this. Come on, Chargers. $5 holla from J to Illa. Says, it was rebuild year, so it's okay, but next year we got to replace QJ as wide receiver 2, address interior offensive line. We have no explosiveness on offense. Agreed. Herbert hands it off, and Edwards picks up 2 yards. That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter, and the Chargers have to find something to move the football on the Texans this week, or this drive. This week, this whole game. Is Dobbins hurt? I don't know. I haven't seen him. I don't think so. We would have heard something. Mrs. Director's going to go for a walk. She says if we score while she's gone, she will not return, as she is very football superstitious. I don't know. I don't think so. This is tough, man. And again, I will get accused of being the director with this statement, but like, we've made it this far. There's still 15 minutes to play. I don't want to give up yet. It feels like they're going to keep control of this game. It feels like it's over, but it's not. So I don't want to give up yet.
But 11-6 first year, 5 seed, with budget players. What more could you want? Roman ain't going anywhere, so don't waste the energy. Portis will make adjustments in the offseason.
That is true. You know, honestly, seeing how much this team has grown in just one season, seeing where we came from last year to where we are now, it is very inspirational. And it is an accomplishment. It really, really is. It really, really is. It sucks to feel this way right now, but the thought of where we could be a year from now, considering how much progress we've made in one season, is exciting. What will the follow-up drafts look like? Probably pretty good. What will free agency look like with $100 million? Probably pretty good. You know what I mean? Be proud of where we ended up, despite where we wanted to be. Be excited about the tomorrow that we could have. And I think we'll be okay. But again, still 15 minutes left in this game. I can't give up yet. I can't give up yet. But I still am, despite what the result of this game may be, very excited for the future. BC, $20 haul, thank you so much. We need words like that now more than ever. I still believe in Justin Herbert. I believe in Jim Harbaugh and his team. It's going to be tough sledding the rest of this fourth quarter, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. Tim Feed with the $5 hollow. What should we let Zeke play this game? We need a wide receiver. Or we should have let Zeke play this game. Man, maybe. Wide receiver is definitely going to be very high on the list for the Chargers this offseason for sure. They found some pretty cool success late in the year with Ladd and QJ, but it's still very high on the list, I'm sure, of their team needs. BC, thank you again so much for the $20 haul, man. Appreciate that. Justin Herbert. Can he break the narrative and find success in the fourth quarter despite 3 quarters of, let's be honest, mediocrity? Let's see what happens, man. Let's see. This game ain't over yet. Justin Herbert looking, fires. Oh, it's Ladd McConkey. Picks up the first down. Ladd. A little electricity back to the offense. First play of the fourth quarter. That's a first down, Chargers at the 42-yard line. Anthony Madonza with the $5 holla. Believe no matter the outcome, bolt up, baby. Bolt up, baby. Come on. Let's make it happen. It ain't over yet, baby. BNS $2 Aloha director. Always next year shoots. Always next year. But this ain't over yet. 1st and 10 Chargers. Is it a play action? Yes, it is. Justin Herbert looking, fires down the field. Oh, it's brought in. It's Ladd McConkey again. Ladd McConkey brings us all the way to the 39-yard line of the Houston Texans. These Chargers still in it, fighting to the very end. 14 minutes left on the clock.
Until it's over,
and Justin Herbert is leading this offense into Houston territory. It's in and out of the hands of Will Dissly, and it's on its way back via interception. Derek Stingley is not going to 6 it, but he brings it back to the 10. That feels like GG's right there, man. That sucks. That wasn't on Justin Herbert at all. That was a freak play. That's the second drop by Will Dissly. And that time it bounced right into the hands of Derek Stingley. Pick brings it all the way back to the 10-yard line. That's it right there, dude, I think. I think we had something, dude. I think we had something. But it's gonna end short. All I can tell you guys is I'm hurting. I'm here with you. I'm not going anywhere. I meant what I said at the top of the video. I'm proud to just be here. I really am. But it doesn't lessen the pain of something like this either. It does not lessen the pain. 2nd and 1. Justin Herbert, who threw 3 interceptions the entirety of the 2024 season, has thrown 3 interceptions today. Second and 1. I don't know what the refs are doing. They're going to stop the play. They're resetting the clock. Jay Twillo with the 5 says, receivers officially number one priority of the offseason. I mean, how much can Greg Roman do with this along with the atrocious interior offensive line? Yeah, we got a long ways to go. We got a long ways to go. We've got a long ways to go. 2nd and 1. Second and 1. It is a blitz, and the Chargers do get home. It's a sack. It's Khalil Mack, which makes it a 3rd and 9. And this is going to make the score. I mean, they can still score here. If they don't convert 23-6. Still three scores is going to be very tough to overcome. 3rd and 9. Houston looking to pass. It is incomplete. 4th and 9. They're going to go for the field goal. Chip shot for Fairbairn. Fairbairn up and good. It's a 3-score deficit with 12 minutes left in the 4th. Rick Monterosa, the $10. Okay, good season. Thank you, director. See you for the draft. Let's get that number 1 wide receiver. Let's do it. Rick, thank you so much, man. You know, it all had to come to an end at some point. Even right now, man, it's tough for me to get it out, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I've been absurdly excited for what this offseason means for the Chargers. Just because of mainly resources, man, and success with this coaching staff. In one season, our new GM, Ortiz, has proven very, very, very impressive in terms of free agency and the draft. And we have a whole lot going into this offseason, man. Likely projected around $100 million for free agency, which you got to imagine we're going to attack offensive line. We're going to attack maybe even receiver with that money. And then the draft, I think we have upwards of like 8 picks, 11? Yeah, I think 11 picks with the compensatory formula that's been put into motion. We got a lot of resources. So I'm very excited to cover the offseason. I'm still pretty gutted about how it's going in this game. But there's some good things to come. There's some good things to come. And it's year 1. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. I felt it was very possible for Justin Herbert to get his first playoff win. I wanted it so bad for Justin Herbert. But this loss is important for him. Because ultimately, when they go back to the film room and they start looking at what happened, a lot of it is on Justin Herbert. Like, a good portion of this game is on Justin Herbert. Yeah, the offensive line's not helping. The drops certainly not helping. But a good portion of this game is on number 10. And I'm hoping that the learning opportunity with this coaching staff is different for Justin after this game than it has been in previous seasons with other coaching staffs. How are they going to take that and mold that into improvement is a big question. And I think that Jim Harbaugh probably has a better grip on how to utilize that than previous coaching regimes have given us so far. Wow. Announcers just said we only had 9 turnovers this season, fewest in team history, and we have 6 today. 3 of those interceptions, and that's as many as Justin Herbert threw the entire year. That's crazy. First and 10. Herbert needs to score, and he needs a whole lot of big plays to make it happen. First and 10, 5 wide, lots of pressure. It's getting home immediately. Herbert goes down. Sack for the Texans. It'll be a 2nd and long. I don't know why we keep calling 5 wide. They're going to continue blitzing, and they're going to continue getting home. It's his blind side. Or it wasn't. It came from the right. That's crazy. 2nd and 17. Herbert, he's going to get sacked again. It'll be 3rd and maybe 20-something. Third and 26.
Run!
Herbert's got to get rid of it. Somehow Ladd McConkey has it. Somehow Ladd McConkey looks like he's going to house this thing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Ladd McConkey? Touchdown, Chargers! And that brings it back. Wow. Wow. The Chargers have a pulse thanks to the incredible effort of Ladd McConkey.
Holy crap. Seriously, though, he's pro, dude. Like,
5 from Joseph. What in the world?
I think I might actually pass out during this game. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you keep your composure. I am all kinds of, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Ladidi. Dicker, it is blocked. And Dicker is going to...
Whoa.
Are they going to field this? They're trying to take another look at it. They think that the Texans blocked it and took it all the way back. Man, every time we get a little bit of momentum, the Texans strip it away. It's still a two-score deficit, so it doesn't change the situation all that much. No. All right, they're going to give it to Houston. No, we don't. No, we don't. We'll be kicking it back to Houston here in a second. Still a 13-point deficit. It would have been nice if it was 10. It would have been nice if it was 10-point, but it's still 2 possessions. You would have needed 2 touchdowns to win. I guess it would have been a touchdown and a field goal to tie it. So that is crazy. Charger special teams has been as good as any in the NFL this year. That is crazy. That is crazy. We're in commercial break waiting for the Texans to come back. The Chargers will be kicking it away and hoping for a very quick 3 and out for the Chargers to get an opportunity to get the football back. Anthony says drinks going down like water, we still believe. Joseph Hermy with the that 2 point followed by a commercial. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It does change that, if you wanted to tie it, you would have needed a touchdown and a field goal. Now you need 2 touchdowns. Which, it is what it is. It is what it is. BK. By a BK commercial. Yep. By a BK commercial. Still 11 minutes. Game's technically not over yet. You got a very tough climb. You need your defense to be as insane as they were in the first quarter. And you need Justin Herbert to score very quickly. And right now, I don't know if you can do both, if not one of them.
Yeah, he says this game is so weird. It is so weird. What does that say? My eyesight's horrible.
That's how it goes. You got to be quick on these things. Yeah, this game really is weird.
It's weird. And
this game really is
I'm
weird.
getting whiplash from between the penalties and what just happened. Yeah, it's rough.
Pressure's on to get a wide receiver 1. Honestly, dude, it's like, this team is known to do some drastic stuff when they feel like they've been put on display as failures. They go out and they throw down hard for Jim Harbaugh, and they get a whole new crew in after that huge loss to the Raiders. Maybe we see this team go crazy and find the money to get T. Higgins or somebody huge in the offseason to help this dreadfully uninspiring wide receiver situation outside of Ladd McConkey. So the Texans will return this to the 26. Chargers need quick 3 and outs and quick scores. Can they make it happen? Tragedy Production says, I would rather have played Baltimore. A loss was expected there, but at least we would have had dignity going into the offseason. I guess so. I think everyone's going to be very hurt and everyone's going to be very sad today. Maybe for a little while, actually, because this is a pretty big game. This is a pretty big loss. Yeah, there probably should have been unnecessary roughness there, but this hasn't been our best coaching day or officiating day. Here comes the tackle by Troy Dye. It'll be a pickup of 5 for the Texans. Chargers need, again, quick 3 and outs if they can manage it. Gonna be a minute of Chargers fans, and again, I don't just say Chargers fans as in you guys. I mean me too. Of being upset. This is going to be a big loss. Next play is a run by Mixon, who brings it in for a first down. It'll be a carry of 7 yards. But I think when all's said and done, man, and everybody, rounds the corner from this game and we have time to digest it and time to reflect on it, I think we'll realize that we're headed for a very bright future, that this was the first year, very impressive first year and a long-term plan for Jim Harbaugh, and that he's done this with very many teams. They get hot, but it takes a few seasons before they see the big game. I think the Chargers are on their way. Here comes a run by Mixon. Picks up 7. 2nd and 3 coming up. Roy, you with the 5. What do you think spending every pick on interior offensive line with Loveland thrown in? I don't know how much we're going to see of offensive line in the draft. I have to imagine we're going to see at least 1. Maybe, yeah, you could see maybe 2. interior offensive lineman. We need a center and guard pretty bad. But this is the year for running back. That's all I'm going to say, guys. My content is going to revolve very heavily around the Chargers getting that weapon at running back this season because there's a lot of good options this year. Bolted up Dodger with the $2 hollow. Lad is the only wide receiver with more than one reception. Yeah, that's actually crazy. Mixon is going to pick up 3. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 coming up. A stop here, kind of your only option. You got to get a stop right now because the clock is becoming a factor very, very quickly. Chargers do have 3 timeouts, but you got to get off the field if you're this defense. Yeah, they do. 3rd and 1. It's another carry. It's Mixon. Had some space. He'll pick up 5 and a first. They're at midfield now. Now your issue is you're going to have, even if you get off the field, you're going to have, under 5 minutes to play? If they continue to run the football. Yeah. First and 10. Joe Mixon in at running back. Chargers got to be more prepared to slow him down. And they do. They send Derwin James on a safety blitz, and it's going to get home. Derwin James limits the carry to just 2 yards. It's a 2nd down. Got to imagine they're going to continue doing this over and over. Director McConkey, 8 catches, 188 yards, touchdown. Rest of the room, 2 catches, 14 yards. Oh, my gosh. Lad needs help so bad. That is so eye-opening, Miguel. And that is going to be something that they look at in the offseason over and over and over again. That playoff game, we have Lad, but he needs help. That number is going to come back for this team. Sinful hands.
Well, no mullet likely.
Hey, nice move by the Chargers to get to Mixon behind the line.
Over, but even if it is, we built a lot this year.
Morgan Fox gets in there. It's a 3rd and 10. Now, the Texans can try and throw and get that first down, but if it's incomplete, it's going to give the Chargers an extra 30, 40 seconds. $10 holla from Sinful Hands. Well, no mullet likely, but hey, it was a solid season. Not saying it's over, but even if it is, we built a lot this year. We did. The foundation is very impressive for the Jim Harbaugh Chargers of the future. Very impressive. $10 holla from Sinful Hands. Thank you so much, man. Stroud steps back. They are going to run with it. And Stroud, he started sliding before the first down. He started going down before the first down. That's going to be a 4th and 1. Clock is still moving. Do they go for it? I have to imagine they take a field goal here. They're going to mark him short because he started going down. Rory Yu at the 5. Who would you like to see interviewed for offensive coach or coordinator this season? It really depends on who's available. Now, the coordinators are tougher to look for because, it's a lot easier to go. Oh, they're going to challenge it, by the way. It's a lot easier to go after offensive coordinators that have done a good job, but, you're talking, you need wide receivers coaches, you need, tight ends coaches, you need running back coaches, assistant coaches. Very difficult to see. Of course, I would like to see coordinators considered from the Ravens organization, the Lions organization, any team with a really good offense. Saint says, this game ain't over. Come on, we need to send some positive energy. Yes, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay to, at this point, with the clock and everything against you, find a way to cope a little bit and look forward towards the future and find some joy in that, because It's tough. It'll be tough. It'll be tough for a little while. Delandra with the 2 says this is painful, but it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Ain't over yet. Eyes to dot, T's to cross. Bryce Elmer with the $5 holla. I say it again. Harbaugh not going for it. At least last 2 times we're in the red zone. Kind of screwed us. It could have. It could have. I'm of the opinion that we should have taken the field goal one more time. That would have put us a little closer, but it's been a weird, wonky game. Breezy with the $2 holla. Johnston needs to go director. Need T. Higgins. I think. Okay, they're going to say it still is a 4th down. Good challenge by the coach, but it's going to stand. Johnston, I feel, at very least, is going to be a fine wide receiver 3 going forward. I think he'll be fine. But we do need a wide receiver 2 or 1. I think Ladd is more than capable of being wide receiver 1. But you add a T. Higgins, who's a completely different kind of wide receiver, but also dominant. Like, this Chargers passing game could go crazy. 4th and 1. They're going to go for it. It's a very, very short yard. It is 6 inches. 4 inches even. So you're likely going to see a quarterback sneak. It is good for the 1st down. And that likely does put the game on ice. Yeah, the Texans did a really good job at controlling the clock for the remainder of the game. Typical Chargers year. I'm going to say that's absolutely false, my man. This year should have been, by all accounts, an 8-win season, a 7-win season, and not a playoff berth. But we have to acknowledge that the Chargers have a lot of work to do. They have a lot of needs that they have to fulfill as Mixon picks up another 1st down. But we also have to acknowledge, the progress that we've made since last year. The team is so much better. And we have an identity, which is probably the most important part of this entire, first season under Jim Harbaugh. Now it's time to build on it. Step 1, Chargers go from 5 wins to 11 wins in a playoff berth. Step 2, fill in the blank. You know what I mean? You guys are lucky. I got to go talk about this whole thing again on Bleacher Report here in a few minutes. I got to relive this nightmare. On Bleacher Report, right after this, copium, yes, you're going to see a whole lot of that. But at the same time, it's also true. Call it copium, call it, being too optimistic, but, it's a fact. Those are numbers. Those are trackable statistics that the Chargers, who have been a struggling organization, especially last season, have turned into a double-digit win team, a playoff berth team. That's all facts. There's no copium there. That's facts. Where we go from here, logically, you would think up. And logically, you would think that this is a very dangerous football team as we add more pieces to massage the issues that this team has had. Because I ask you this, a Chargers football team that can't block from the interior, does $100 million help solve that? I think it does. A Chargers team that doesn't have a wide receiver 2 or even 1 besides Ladd McConkey, does $100 million solve that? I think it does. Do all the issues that the Chargers roster that could take them over the top get solved by $100 million and 11 draft picks? You would think so. Right, you would think that you move up from there because of those assets and because of the new coaching and the success we saw this year in the turnover. Call it copium, call it being too optimistic, whatever the case may be, it's trackable. Some people don't want to think about it right now. That's okay. I definitely don't. I don't knock on anybody wanting to feel the pain right now. So Mixon, after going out of bounds, is going to carry it again. I think the Chargers just burned their first time out. Anthony says, Johnson had a solid year. Why we hating? That's also true. Again, I'm saying that he's, at very worst, your wide receiver 3. But you still need a wider. You need T. Higgins. You need somebody of that caliber immediately. Sir Smokes with the 5 says, we made the playoffs with no true number 1 wide receiver. Let's go get T. Give Herbie a big play receiver, bolt up. You know what I'm starting to think right now? I'm starting to think that the Chargers should go out and get a very good wide receiver too. Like a very good one. Maybe you don't have to pay up for T. Higgins. But you know what you do pay up for? I think Justin needs a very solid tight end one. I think he needs a receiving tight end to add to this offensive system and scheme that wants to run the football more. If you give him a tight end that's as reliable as, let's say, a guy like George Kittle or Mark Andrews or heck, Travis Kelce, if you give him somebody like that, a true difference maker at tight end like that, I mean, imagine. You can lean on Ladd McConkey to be wide receiver 1. Give him some help, obviously. I think tight end is a sneaky good move for this team as well in terms of receivers. Maybe time for a convo about Herb. It could be. He's going to need to take accountability for this game. Here comes the next play. It's Mixon. It'll be tackled short. Chargers likely burn another timeout here, trying to get the football back with hopefully close to 4 minutes left. Love you forever, director. Much love to you, Walker. Big love, big love. George. Oh, I lost you. Don't lose perspective. We know where our weaknesses are. Today, we were just unmatched. Bolt up tomorrow. Bolt up tomorrow, baby. Be mad today, bolt up tomorrow. Account C with a $2 holla. No Tank, no Diggs, Sam Size, Allen, but always hurt. Oh, as far as, the Texans are a very good team. And they've been a good team despite missing a lot of those key players. Yeah, no disrespect to the Texans. We knew they were a good team coming into this. This director, body language represents me right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not used to being on here every week and pretending, or not. He's hurt. But he keeps it alive for you guys. He'll be... Yeah, it's gonna.
You guys,
I can't hide it as well as he can. It's just gonna come off as super fake. So I'm dead inside, but I still have faith. Yay!
You guys get a behind the scenes of what it's actually like after these games with Mrs. Director in here. Here comes the next play. It is nearly a first down for Mixon. It'll be a yard short, 4th and 1. Chargers already burned 2 of their 3 timeouts. You have to think that they're going to go for it one more time to ice the game.
Thanks for Anna, a great season director. Not the ending we wanted, but pretty good for a rebuild year. It hurts now, but bolt up always.
Hey, Jeff, I appreciate that, man. Right now, in these next few hours, is going to be the hardest to ever keep your head up as a Chargers fan. It really is. Like, these games, these moments where you have so much hope and you fall short. This is where it's toughest to say stuff like that, to mean stuff like that, to feel stuff like that. So I appreciate that very much. $20 holla too, man. Thank you so much. And like Mrs. Director said, like, maybe I am hiding it a little bit, but more so I'm trying to like contain it and try to let my optimism surface in where the team is headed, because that is very real. That is not fake. That is not copium. That's very real progress that you have to acknowledge of better times to come.
And he said this to me before. I mean, he truly believes that next year, it's going to be incredible with the salary cap that we have and everything else. But it still hurts. I mean, he's always been good at being really positive.
Mixon's free to the end zone. Touchdown, Texans.
Yeah. Yeah, but
that is what it is.
He's always been a very positive person, and he's able to find a positive spin on a lot of things. I'm a realist. I'm not as positive.
If we got a new
but,
OC, the O would be on what
it
hash
is what it is.
4/5.
But
if we dropped everyone we see struggle all the time,
and you've always
the
said
O&D
that
would never gel, always getting new players.
Yeah,
yes,
we're going to be good next year. It's going to be awesome. I think it started for me, like the stress of this is when all the commentators, except for one, are picking the Chargers. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure on the fans. That's a lot of pressure on the team.
Probably.
You know?
Well, you guys will be surprised how many enemies I've made by being positive in real life. But at the same time, like, if you want to reach heights that are meaningful, like, you got to believe you're going to get there. And I believe in the team.
And it's always worked for you really well. And I think it's one of the best things about you. But yeah, it makes people really mad.
And again, like I said, behind the scenes with Mrs. Director, because I try and bring that into the foreground doesn't mean that I'm not in my own way trying to process it. You know, like off camera, like I'll have days and weeks that I am just not good because of the Chargers. Because this is a big part of my life. Like the Chargers are a massive, massive part of my life. I spend 80% every day on the Chargers, you know, and they mean a tremendous amount to me. And, you know, off camera, you will see me not good. And it's because it's real.
Thanks for
you know?
another great season, Mr.
Hey.
and Mrs. Director. Looking forward to the future.
Hey,
despite
man,
today's
he just dropped
disappointment.
a $100 holla after a loss to the Houston Texans, dude. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks, BC.
BC, dude, thank you. That means a whole lot. That means a whole lot. It really, really does. Because I mean, on the surface, yeah, like on camera, I'm the director. I'm going to remain professional, you know, and do my job to try to keep the fandom from folding into itself after a moment like this. But off camera, I'm going to have my own ways of processing the loss and trying to cheer myself up. And you know, sometimes I tell my wife, I'm just like, I just got to hurt for a day. You know, sometimes I got to be bummed for today. It sucks. I'm sorry if, you know, like that energy brings the house down a little bit, but like I just need time to be sad. You know what I mean? And that'll probably be today. Hey, just heads up, that'll probably be today. But it's necessary.
I know.
You know?
We're gonna make a steak and we're gonna eat some food. And
Yeah.
we're gonna watch a movie or something, and yeah, it's hurt. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts a lot.
Yeah. I know I'm not a punching bag kind of guy. I'm an eat your feelings kind of guy. And unfortunately, I'm on a damn diet right now, so we can't go do that.
I'll punch a hole for both of us.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's grab some of these super chats because they're getting away from us, and you guys have been so generous today despite, you know, the result and the pain and the letdown and all that kind of stuff. I can firmly say that, you know, despite all of this, you guys are the best fandom in the NFL. Quentin Johnston catches the football. It'll be a 3rd and 1 for the Chargers. I blame Adam Rank. Hey, a lot of people don't believe me when I say this, but now I have Mrs. Director here. This is tough for us because we had lunch with Adam, and he's an awesome guy. What was this, like 6 years ago?
Yeah, Adam Rank is awesome. His wife is actually a Chargers fan. Yeah, his wife is actually a Chargers fan, and he's a Bears fan. But yeah,
he's one of the coolest dudes that you'll ever meet. But I don't know why he keeps bagging on the Chargers. Maybe I rubbed off on him the wrong way.
Thanks for a fun season, Director. #bolt up.
Hey Mason,
sign.
thank you,
High
man.
Sign. High voltage sign.
That's the other thing about this game is it's my farewell for the season on the regular season, or I should say the live game broadcasts. These are so important to me every year, as far as my community is concerned. This for me is doubly saddening because I was hoping to get one more game with you guys. You know what I mean? So today, I mean, of course, we'll go live more, and we do the off-season content like crazy, and I'm so looking forward to the draft and stuff, but I'm going to miss you guys in that capacity. I'm going to be live weekly on Bleacher Report. I just signed a gig with them where I'll be on weekly on Wednesdays, where you guys can catch me there, and of course, I'll be live on YouTube as often as I can as well. But this does hurt. I was hoping to get one more with y'all. Herbert just got picked off again. 4th interception for Justin Herbert. And this is going to be a big learning opportunity for QB10, man. Huge.
What happened?
Herbert collapsed.
What happened?
Herbert folded, and he's gonna need some time to reflect on this game. And they're gonna have to find a way to make him comfortable in situations like these. WL Bolt Up fam, we had a great season. See y'all next season. Hope to get Njoku or trade for Tyreek. We have a lot to talk about, man. I got my opinions on the whole Tyreek Hill thing. There are a lot of players. I was just telling Mrs. Director this morning or last night that all of a sudden the Chargers have become that team that players are going to want to come to because you've seen a lot of veterans that have struggled find new life with this team, and that's going to be noticed.
Marty Ballera is back. Do well in the regular season and then have this showing in the postseason. All too familiar feeling.
That's true, but again, it feels like we are turning a corner. Unfortunately, reality did come crashing in today on where we are on that ladder. You know what I mean? We've taken steps. We're moving up, but this step wasn't the top. We have more steps to take, and it's okay. You know, at least we're making the climb instead of continuing to fall like we have in so many seasons. Right? We have a random Raiders fan in here giving me money. Thank you. I'm gonna go buy a keto friendly candy bar. $2 holla. I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. No. We have about 10 more of those, and then maybe we can get a bite. BC with a $10 holla. If we got a new OC, the O would be, 4 or 5? Probably. If we dropped everyone we see struggle all the time, the O and D would never gel, always getting new players. Yes, adjustments needed and spots filled. I think the OC conversation is a real one. I think we're going to definitely have that over the offseason. But you're right. We can't just go dumping every player that struggles.
Thanks for
because
a fun season, director. We need to look for a good day for Herb to depend on. Can't wait for the off-season and draft.
$100 Squizzers. Squizzers. I love it. $100 holla. We'll circle back to that in just a second, dude. Thank you so much, man. Y'all are going crazy, dude. This means a lot to me. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, new OC. We can't drop everybody, but again, the big thing I'm going to push in my post-game show on Bleacher Report after this is the resources that we have going into next season. We made a very, high climb and huge difference from last season, and we have a whole lot of resources to go even further next season, which is exciting. I like, this is probably the Madden player in me, I like being able to say, okay, where are we? What do we need? How can I make the roster as beefy as possible? And this is all due to like franchise mode and stuff like that. So, I mean, football theory gets me super stoked. And I'm excited to go over stuff like that with you guys. Because, again, our resources are ridiculous going into next year. As a small reminder, probably estimated over $100 million, 11 draft picks, maybe more. And with how the staff used the resources they had last year, which, mind you, we were in a money problem. We had contract problems. We had the Keenan and Mike Williams contract problems. We had all sorts of problems. Despite that, we walked away with how many starters from the draft? Ladd, Joe, Tarheeb, Cam, Kamani, maybe at some point. That's insane. We took how many free agents that were kind of like, for lack of a better term, poo-poo, from the free agent pool, and we turned back the clock and made them relevant again. How many of those? Like 6, 7 guys? I don't know. Boss Mag!
Thank you, director, for always being here with us. Herbert let us down. Can't blame coaching no more or defense. It's Herbert who can take us to the next level, but he needs to become a dog. He a pup right now. Yep. I think Herbert needs to take accountability for this game. And I think it's going to be a very big learning opportunity for him to get better. And, on the coaching side of things, it is their job to create an environment where Justin Herbert can thrive in an environment like this. And we have, again, resources, a whole lot of them to do that. And I think the best way to do that, if you're talking to me, you get him a dog at running back. I love JK and Gus, but if we get him a Saquon Barkley level running back, those are the kind of running backs that can overcome bad games from the offensive line. You know what I mean? And they're just kind of going through plays right now to run out the clock. This draft is chock full of some of the best running back talent you'll ever see in a rookie class. The Chargers are going to get 1 or 2 of them. I promise you. Like, guaranteed they're going to get one. And he's going to be a big, big part of the offense going forward. You go in with the money, you get an offensive line. I would go get a tight end. I would try and trade. If there's not one available via free agency, I would go get one. I would trade for one. Find a struggling team, Browns, and go get a tight end. Go get a tight end one. It would help tremendously. Anyway, that was kind of clumped in. BC. It says, thanks for another great season, Mr. and Mrs. Director. Looking for the future despite today's disappointment. Thank you. BC, for your comments today, your hollers today, the donations today. Thank you so much. It really does mean a whole lot to me and my family who gets to see and witness this today. Henry Michael with the 5. I don't have a new phone coming Tuesday. This one will probably be in pieces. We'll have to get players in our hands this offseason. Don't smash the phone. You'll need them to see how much we have to grow with into the next year, man. Big love, Henry. Noah and Eli, make the O-line better next season. Can't do it alone. It's all the interior offensive line. I want to use, if I'm being honest with you guys, like 30% of our cap I want on the offensive line. Is that crazy to think $30 million could go just to O-line? I would do it. Mason, coming in with a $10 bad ending, but still think we're moving forward. Thanks for the fun season, Director. Thank you so much, Mason. Fabian, time to get drunk. Much love, Fabian. Thank you so much. Eric Black, on the bright side, maybe Minter doesn't leave. That is very true. I haven't seen one request from him or for him so far. $5 holla. Thanks for all you do, brother. Gonna get drunk. I'm gonna see that comment a lot. Thank you so much, man. Kyle with the 10. Marty Ball era back. Yeah, I remember that one. And we will have to get over it. That's gonna be the next hurdle. But the Chargers, again, we can all be upset today, and it's gonna sink in at some point. Let yourself hurt. Let yourself be upset. But when you get out the other end, just realize how much room we have to improve where we are now and where we're likely to end up soon. Reese with this $7 holla. People need to realize Pipkins is our second highest paid.
This is my first time this season commenting. Been in the hospital most of the season, but Mrs. Darth would put you on for me so I can listen. Thank you for this year, and we made it to the playoffs after last year's record. The next year we have only to go up.
Darth, thank you so much, dude. I'll come back to that. We'll give our proper condolences because, I hope everything's all right. I don't ever want to see any pain to my fellow Chargers Star Wars fans. We hope the Force is with you. It sounds like Mrs. Darth, I love that, is doing everything she can to make you comfortable. Thank you so much, man. We'll circle back to that in just a second. Don't go anywhere. Pipkins, our second highest offensive line player, right? We want 11-6. Next year will be special. Thanks for everything, Director. Thank you so much. Offensive line's going to see a lot of movement. Looking for Midlou, Tennessee fans for the upcoming year. Super proud of my boys getting here. Thanks, Mr. and Mrs. Director, for being the voice in my ear while I'm in the Mid-South. Hey, there you go. Bolt Brilliant, $10 holla. Much appreciated. Very honored that there's anybody that even tunes into the show. If I'm being honest, like every week I'm like, man, there's a lot of people. Very, very blessed. Thank you so much. Squizzers! $100 holla. Thanks for the season, Director. We need to look for a good tight end for Herb to depend on. Can't wait for the offseason and draft Bolt up. Guys, I honestly think the Chargers, first 2 rounds, would you be upset with this? Chargers, round 1. Colston Loveland or Tyler Warren? Round 1, we okay with that? Round 2, we okay with like a Hampton or Henderson or somebody in second round in terms of running back? Like imagine how big
these games together
those
since
moves
you
would
started,
be.
And we're a Madden channel. Been here since day one. We are on the way to a Super Bowl together, brother. Next lay I put on you will be in LA.
Hey, big love, dude. We'll circle back to that here in just a second too, man. Thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot. Delandra with the 2. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Director. See you next year. See you next year. Bolt up, bolt up. And again, Squizzers, thank you again so much. It's going to be a very, very fun, chock full of content off season with how much we got going on because there's so many possibilities with where this team can go from here. Jermaine with the 5. Enjoyed the season with y'all. Avoiding NFL Network. Yeah. Guys, lay low. Lay low for the next few days. Boss Mac with the 20. Thank you, Director, for always being here. Herbert, let us know. Yeah, so Herbert's going to have to learn from this game. He really does. And I hope that Jim Harbaugh gives him the opportunity to learn from this game in a very specific manner that will benefit his future and not hamper him too much with, let's be honest, the worst playoffs loss that I've seen in a long time. Jonathan, coming in with the 5, says, we got the most cap space in the NFL. We'll get a better draft pick with this loss. We got a lot to be hyped about for the next season. Yep. And honestly, like what we're going to be now, mid-20s, that's where you see a lot of really good tight end talent come off the board. You guys remember Michael Mayer and Dalton Kincaid? It was around this time. And this offense could do a lot with a talent like that. Glenn Ryder with the dollar holla, thank you. Darth Foster, one more time. He says, this is my first time this season commenting. Been in the hospital most of the season. Hopefully you're doing okay now, man. But Mrs. Darth would put you on for me so I can listen. Thank you for this year. And we made it to the playoffs after last year's record. The next year, we'll only have to go up. Darth, our prayers are with you. Our thoughts are with you. Thank you so much for listening. And we wish you the quickest recovery. And I'm blessed and honored that that you would think of me while going through something like that, man. Good luck to you. May the Force be with you. May the Force be with you. Aaron Adams with the $5 holla. Love the Bolt fam. This channel. This sucks. Yeah, go ahead and feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Let it sink in. come out the other side stronger. I'll meet you guys on the other side when we're all hyped about the off season. Enrique with the 5. Would you guys expect Herb to do only with the lad getting open? That's true, and we'll talk a lot about that on Bleacher here in just a second. I'm not saying Herb is exempt, but QJ Palmer, Chark, non-existent. It's a factor. It's a factor. It really is. Adrian Calvillo, welcome to the crew. Noya, Broncos better not look better than us. I feel you. We'll be rooting against the Broncos. Dave, is it Kaidade? He says 3 months. Mr. and Mrs. Director, thanks for a great season. We'll see you next year. Bolt up, guys. We'll see you next year. Cool. Blue, red with the 5. Thank you so much. Sneaker Flavors. What's up, dude? Director, I love you and your family. We have watched these games together since you started, and we're a Madden channel. Wow. Been here since day one and are on the way to a Super Bowl together, brother. Next lay I put on you will be in LA. Hey! Love it, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Want the fake
Thank you so much.
Nothing media says about Herbert and this team. Successful first year under Harbaugh with only more to come. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Director. High voltage sign, blue heart.
Thank you guys so much. We'll come back to that in a second. Captain OBJ says $5 holla, kind of crazy that 3 drafts in a row we go O-line in the first and still get garbage. Yeah, I mean, it really has started to turn a corner now that we got Slater and Alt, though. Got to fix the interior. We'll get there. I think more so through free agency now, actually, than the draft, which is kind of funny. This upcoming draft, not great in offensive line talent, but chock full of running backs. Aaron Adams, $5 holla. McConkey broke the rookie record for most receiving yards in a playoff game in his first playoff game. He just keeps breaking records, man. Almost 200 yards and a touchdown. Unbelievable effort. King D. Lloyd, at least we made the playoffs. Bolt up, baby. Darth Foster, coming back 24 months. I was unable to comment like my fellow Darth brother Vader. I was on a respirator. Never made it through a full game, but you were there. I'm home now, doing much better. Thank you. God bless. Much love to you, Darth Foster. Thank you so much. And we hope that you get better very, very soon. May the Force be with you. And hey, go enjoy some Skeleton Crew. That's what I'm going to do right after this. I'm going to go watch some Skeleton Crew, enjoy some Star Wars embrace of love and reflection. Thank you so much, Darth. Stick of Flavors. Peyton Manning lost his first 2 playoff games. There you go. Ethan Diaz with a $15 holla. I don't know what the fake fans and Knowing Nothing Media says about Herbert and this team. Successful first year in a Harbaugh, only more to come. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Director. Thank you so much, Ethan. Tim Theed with the 2. Trade QJ and cut Disley. I think no to both of those. QJ, great wide receiver 3. Disley, great blocking tight end. Let's remember, he's not supposed to be a receiving tight end. That was supposed to be Hurst. Disley's a great blocking tight end. I'd like to keep him in the room at tight end too. Alan NG, $2 holla. The monkey stays on Herbert's back. Yes, it does. He's got something to prove there. Jason S with the $5 holla. My dad and I used to follow the Chargers every week. He passed away 2 days ago. Your streams will be filling that void. Love the channel. Jason, that means a lot to me, man. I'm really sorry to hear that. Our condolences. I know that's probably a super, super tough time for you and your family. Just know that the director's family is thinking about you, and we hope you guys can feel his love for you every time you turn on the Chargers and every time you guys do things you loved together. Big love from us and your family. Jason S. Dana with the 5 says, I turned off the game early for the sake of my sanity. Please don't be depressed. I don't let it ruin your mood. Please stay up, Bolt fam. Stay up. Stay tall, Bolt fam. It's okay to feel. If you guys need to process it that way, feel what you need to feel. We'll all bounce back together. I will be out there on the other side waiting for you guys with some awesome content when we've had time to digest this. And then finally, GT Jason with the 5. I'm sick of hearing great first season of a rebuild. We've only beaten one playoff team all season, the Broncos. We have a long ways to go, but I think, again, factually, we are very much so better than we have been in a long, long time. Guys, I got to run over to Bleacher Report. We're running a little bit late for that show, but you guys have been absolutely incredible. Thank you to everybody who dropped donations and views and likes and support. Really, truly means so much to me and my family. I know Mrs. Director is eager to get a few words in as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to say what I said before. Thank you guys so much for your support. It really does mean the world to us, and he loves being here for you guys every single week, and it's a lot of work, and he loves every minute of it. These days are hard, but you guys are what makes it possible for him. Anyway, thank you guys so much. it truly is amazing, the family that's here. I know it's hard right now, but the Bolt fam is
strong.
Yeah, it's strong, and it's for real. And we're very happy to be a part of it, despite how we're feeling right now. Thank you guys again so much. It's been incredible. And
awesome ride, guys.
Yeah, awesome ride. Can't wait to do this again next year. We're rebuilding, right?
This season has been 80% fun. It's been an awesome 11-6 record season. But days like today are important, and it's important that we're here together to digest it and reflect on what's to come. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. It's going to be a lot of fun looking towards what this team could become next season and how much we have in our tool belt to make that happen next season. Well, guys, thank you so much for everything that you guys have done for me and my family, for an awesome season, 11-6, fifth seed, playoff berth. Didn't end the way that we would hope, but the future looks really, really bright for the days to come. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been the Director and Mrs. Director. We'll see you guys over on Bleacher Report here shortly. Bolt up and stay frosty.
Bolt up.